Okay, so we will do a quick recap for where we left off then. So we left off with Henrik almost getting stabbed in the face by a guard because Toby decided to be a bit funny. I had to I actually rewatched the end of the last session last night just so I could remember what had happened in the last 20 minutes. And I ended up watching about 45 minutes of it and just laughing along to myself. So it was a good evening's watch. So yeah, we left off with Henrik just being given his guard uniform and disappearing into the barracks to talk to some guards. Everyone else was being escorted up to the main house, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do we want to start off with Henrik or the rest of the party? What's everyone's preference? I don't mind either way, so decide which one you want to resolve first.
Let's start with the party.
Okie dokie. So I'm going to say that I'm going to accept that purely because Henrik said he wants to start with the party. So if he doesn't want to start with himself, his is the only vote that counts on that. So we'll start with the main party then. So you were with the guy that brought you down, that came down to the gate to get you, and from my recollection, oh, sorry, 1 second.
Cat food.
Must be some high-end food.
We can do this. We can do this.
We can do it!
Or die trying.
No.
We
That's
are
not an
gonna
option.
die.
Oh, that's not cleric.
Everyone is coming out of this with their lives and hands intact.
I'm just looking at my other characters and my other thing just to see what one I want.
No.
I have my first ever character that I made I could fall back on, which is a human ranger.
Ooh.
But Hailman's going to survive.
My backup character is Tiv.
Nah, we are going to survive this. We are going to.
Backup character Garlic, or whatever Callum used to call him.
Gaelic, Garlic, fucking Bob, John, whatever.
Gaelish.
Gaelish, that one.
Go on.
What was his name again?
Calrish.
Carlerish.
Talrish, right, cool.
I've just got the thing for
I'm going to call him Cal.
my class.
I'm going to call him Cal.
And
I might actually pick Paladin next if I ever do make another character.
not a bad choice, to be fair.
Yeah, they pretty much can do most fighting things and they get spells.
And you're immune to disease.
What?
You're immune to diseases as a paladin.
Oh, right.
So you open a multi-class as a bard. Just,
I was going to say
Or a
Bard
barbarian.
and Paladin. There you go. That's the ideal opportunity. With the power of antibiotics.
A Bardolin.
I don't even want to think about another character.
yeah.
Our characters are going to make it through this. Again, I'll say this to everyone, and this is coming from the barbarian, we are avoiding violence.
Yeah.
Give it 3 years, we'll all have our character sheets on the wall because they'll be dead or retired.
I've actually thought about how I want to retire Henry because I'd like to do that. So. Oh, we need to do the thing. We need to do a fact about our character.
Oh, yes.
Oh, we start now. Oh,
On the spot thinking.
I've actually already thought of this.
Ooh.
I've had one planned. all
I
week.
started thinking about it and then I ended up rewriting Riv's entire backstory. So
I nearly did the same.
I've rewritten it up and it just made me want to cry. So it's like Riv's been abandoned again, and again, and again,
No
and
more.
again.
I can tell you a little home truth about my character, so that's fine. I've got one I can tell you.
I feel like everyone wants to just outdo each other when it comes to the sad stories now.
Mine wasn't intending to be, but then
I know,
then
neither
along
was
came
I.
Melkor and
I know.
it's not too.
got to try and think of a fact now.
Oh, I've got one.
Sorry, Kelly fell over.
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's fine. She slipped on some water from where Harry had been playing with the cat's water bowl and nearly lost all of her tea and stuff. But she's fine. Just banged an egg. But I had to clean up the spilt water and the rice that got thrown on the floor. So.
Oh, bless her.
She's fine.
As long as she's alright.
Ah, yeah, she's fine. If she wasn't, I'd have probably spent a little bit longer than 2 minutes sweeping a bit of rice.
Are you alright? You're alright.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm busy. Like, I'm just in the middle of something. It's like,
I need to go do like some wizard. I
Yeah.
need to go and play wizards and shit. Right?
I need to go and kill. I need to go and kill some imaginary people. Okay.
No.
I mean,
Just
oh
before,
no!
just before you, just,
I've given it all away.
we were going to do like a refact. In fact, a quick 5.
Oh yeah, you wanted to do that thing. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go first then, if that's alright.
Yeah.
Henrik is the youngest of 10 brothers and 1 sister.
Ooh.
Are they all alive? If so, that gives me lots of opportunities for characters to tie into the.
So the sister is alive. 2 of the brothers are dead. 1 is lost his legs, and the other ones he's not aware of. He doesn't know where they are.
2 dead, 1 legless, but not in the good way, and 1 alive.
And his sister, the sister's alive.
So 7 brothers unaccounted for.
Mm-hmm.
Okie
He doesn't know where they are.
I'm just
but
writing this down in case
cool.
I decide to bring them into it at some point.
No, because that'll be my next fact. I'll explain why the other 7 he doesn't know what happened. But charge on for the next person.
Yep, no worries. Who's next?
Come on, who else wants to go?
Go on, Riv, you can do it.
Well, the one of the fact I rewrote Riv's backstory, and Riv's one of 9. But what I had put is that all her brothers and sisters kind of formed little groups, and Riv was always the one left out. So she never really felt part of her family, which is one of the reasons why she left.
Aww.
And then she met a thief who taught her a load of stuff, then nicked all her money and left her. Then she met a lovely group of people and finally felt whole until one betrayed and killed half the party. Then
another one.
Then she found her family,
stole her stuff.
and then someone else stole her stuff and abandoned her. So I've ended her backstory with and when she emerged from the ruins of the battle, clinging to the other survivors, Henrik and Helmin, Riv had never felt so much pain. But out of tragedy came healing, and at last Riv had found true family and peace. And then Ponytail and the disappearing sword and more money stolen, and then a dragon attacked. So.
Oh.
I mean, that's just a brilliant. Yeah.
Really good.
Scott, you want to go as one?
When Hailman left his hometown, very, very few people knew he had any magical powers.
Is this something that we can explore? Yeah.
I have a backstory written with how he learnt his magic and everything, so that can come out at some point.
Maybe not in the middle of a heist, but yes.
Yeah.
Focus.
Go on,
Angela?
Alex.
Go on, Ali.
I'll go. Well, I'll tell you, the first Witcher to come through his school in 150 years.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, so he's not. He wasn't trained with like the actual Witcher.
No, a different school. I am
Right.
the school of the cat, not the school of the wolf.
Mm.
School of the cat is even more sparse than every other school.
Yeah, 'cause who'd want to be a cat when you could be a viper or a bear or a wolf?
Cats are faster than the
I
rest.
like being a cat, thank you very much.
Puss in Boots was
Not
one of
by
the fiercest
name.
animals. Angela?
Fuego is an absolute ladies' man, as you all know.
I don't know why, but that's what I thought it was going to be.
I'm just gonna put Fuego brackets delusional. Yeah.
Fuego, pure shagger.
He's still a virgin. Virgin life if he didn't choose that life.
He's an incel. I only learnt what that meant 3 weeks ago.
I learnt it when Twitch started banning all the streamers for saying it.
Oh, there goes our server. We're not allowed to use this one anymore.
Sorry, we don't publicise our videos. It's fine. This is for private use only.
That's why Graham said it. He doesn't want to play the game anymore. He just wants to...
Oh, sorry, we've been banned from Roll20 because I said a bad word.
Oh no.
to Discord.
What's your fan, Graham?
Yeah, Graham, you need to have one.
I'm everybody else ever.
I am God.
It's like, I can't have a fact for you because I am lit. I mean, to quote from the D&D stream that I got into D&D with, I'm literally everybody else in the world. So it's like if it's not you five, it's me. So I'm literally everybody else in the world.
I was talking to a mate who I hadn't been round to his house since like before the first lockdown in March, and I've told him all about this and D&D and that, and that's the only way I could explain it is everyone is controlling one character, and then the DM controls the entire world and everything and everyone in it.
I have to be about 1,000,000% more creative than everybody else. They have to control what one person does. Okay, are we ready to launch into it then? Because we're 37 minutes behind schedule.
Let's go.
Okay, so we're starting off with a party. You were being escorted up to the gate, and if I remember correctly, Riv is being carried by someone, and so is Hailman. Who was carrying you guys again?
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be Itachi and Arian, but they're both not here.
They're not here. So we'll say for reasons of story that they are still there and are carrying you up to the door, but once they drop you off through reasons...
I'm going to say...
They could be led away by guards.
Because we rang the doorbell and passed the checks when he was checking to see if there were still children.
Yeah, so he let you in and then said he'd escort you up to the mansion. So he was going to walk you up to the house, wasn't he? So yeah, he's walked you up to the main gate and he's going to go, okay, so this is the manor. If you just go through here, first door on the left, one of the servants will help you. I'm off to the barracks to sort out rounds for this evening, and he's going to leave you there. At that point, Arian and Itachi are going to put Riv and Helmin down and go, we're going to scout around, and just disappear. At the moment, with Cypher, who is also not here,
Yes.
but can maybe come back, depending on what time Ryan gets on. So yeah, they're going to disappear off and not be a part of it for now.
Can I collar Mr. Goldsmith before he disappears? Can I just
You're not collaring Mr. Goldsmith. That's just a servant that came and answered the door.
All right.
Yeah. Mr. Goldsmith's not come and let you in. He's somewhere in the manor. You've not met Mr. Goldsmith.
All right. Okay. I thought that's who we were with.
No, he's not going to answer his own door. He owns a mansion.
No, that's on his way out.
Walk down the 4 flights of stairs and along to the gates. He's not going to do that. He has people for that sort of thing.
He has slaves.
former street urchins. Slaves? He wouldn't have slaves. He's a philanthropist. He's a nice guy. So you've been told by the people in town, anyway.
Always believe a smiling DM.
I'll do this and then I don't give myself away as often. Now you don't know whether I'm smiling or not. No.
You can hear it in your voice.
No, you can't. Okay, so yeah, you've been dropped off at the door. He's opened the door for you and ushered you into the entryway of the mansion and closed the door behind you. So everyone except Henrik is currently in the entrance. So I believe Baltair and Fuego were invisible, correct?
No. Cypher and me.
Cypher and you were invisible. Okay, so Baltair's there but invisible. Fuego is there and visible. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I roll perception? I want to see what the inside of this place is like.
Yeah, if you want to have a look around, you can have a look around. Everyone roll perception and we'll see what everybody sees.
Oh, no, because I'm not there.
Perception.
Shit. Frego's poked herself in the eye. Himself in the eye.
Fuego's looking at the floor and going, it's a bit small, this place. Haleman's gone, this isn't a church, and then had another
Yep.
look around.
Before we start, now we're inside, Graham, can I just double check? I want to use message to keep in touch with everyone, especially if we don't want to speak stuff out loud. What's the mechanics on how that's going to work? Is that just going to be like a group chat, or can everyone hear each other, or am I going to have to relay what everyone says to everyone else?
Message is a cantrip, correct?
Yes.
Right, so the way I've seen it done on other D&D streams, just for efficacy and to save you having to go blah, 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 and then blah, 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 and then blah, blah, we'll just make it a blanket group message. You talk to everyone at the same time by casting the cantrip simultaneously. They can all respond to you, and we'll just say that they can all respond to each other because it's easier for the purposes of it. I appreciate that's not technically how it works, but I don't care.
Graham, this is your world. You are God.
You're God.
This is my world, and we'll say that message works more like you've just opened up like a
Group chat.
Yeah.
You can't talk to Henrik because you don't know where he is.
Yeah.
But as long as you know where someone is or can see them, then you can message them and they're included in it. We'll say that it only works on up to the maximum party amount of members that you'll speak to, so 7, because that's the most you'll ever be talking to at any one time, I would think. So if there's ever NPCs, you might not be able to communicate with them, but you can communicate with the party.
It's just because, especially if we're looking around, what we're going to say is not necessarily what we're going to think. It's a bit like, isn't this pretty? And also, that looks like an escape route.
Yeah.
That's the kind of duality of communication that I'd like going on.
Like we're going to need an escape route.
Yeah, why would you need an escape route?
Yeah.
Riv is always looking for exits.
Exes?
Yes,
Like
Exits.
former lovers?
maybe.
Exits.
Exes.
Is this a Scott Pilgrim situation? It's the 7, and are they all evil?
You wish it was just 7.
Yeah.
It's now canon that Riv's a slag.
Look, she's been abandoned a lot.
By
Serious
choice.
abandonment issues. Okay, let's not get off track with that. Okay, so let's see. We'll just go with the highest. So a perception of 18 from Haleman is fine. That's how I'm going to work checks.
24.
Group checks
Bal-
like this as well.
Balter's got
Oh,
Oh, sorry,
24.
24. Sorry, yeah, I saw it in the smaller right underneath. With group checks, where everyone's doing the same check, so like this and stealth, we'll go with the highest or the lowest. So if it's a stealth check, we go with if the lowest stealth result. Like, whether you all get crits, if somebody gets a 6, you're going with the 6, because they're going to give the party away by being super unstealthy. But for things like perception, you might have all not seen something, but Balter and Haleman clearly have, and they're going to tell you all what they've seen. So just for how it's going to work rules-wise. Anyway, so Balter and Haleman sort of look around. You can see, you can all see anyway, because you've just come into a manor. The perception check was just for fluff, really. Apart from Fuego, who's just like sort of like buffing his nails and not really paying any attention to what's going on. But yeah, so you've entered through the front doors. Off to your left and right, you can see doors that lead off of the main hall, like the main entryway. How to explain it? You'll have seen at some point in your life one of those houses where you go in and there's like a big double staircase that curls round up onto a balcony, and then you have like side rooms off to the side and corridors that go towards the back and stuff. Yeah,
Like what's his name? Like Melkor's house.
similar to the entrance to Melkor's mansion. Yeah, just that sort of a design
You
for the
can say his
ground
name.
floor.
Roll for psychic damage.
So yeah, that's sort of what the entryway looks like, but it's obviously a lot more ornate. There's a lot of marble. It's marble staircase, sort of gold cladded banisters, really expensive portraits and paintings on the walls. It's a very sort of luxurious looking, opulent sort of main entrance. Off to one side, you've got another set of double doors, same on the left, and then corridors that lead towards the back of it as well. And that's what you can see from sort of where you are. So he said when you go in, head to the left, and that you'd find another servant to help you. So yeah, that's the direction you've been ushered in. But what do you want to do?
Are there any people around?
At the moment, no. You've walked in and you're just in the main entry, and he's sort of told you to head to. He's like, almost on the assumption that he was the only person in the foyer, and now that he's off on his patrol, you just go to wherever the nearest other servants might be.
Can I just turn around and have a look at the door behind me?
Yeah, what are you looking for particularly?
Oh, what have I rolled?
I was going to say you got 2 blank perceptions then for a second. Yeah.
I'm looking at the actual door itself to see if it's like just a normal key door, if it's automatically locked, or if it's just a basic bog standard door, or if it's going to be like 1,010 locks on it.
Ah, right. Okay. So yeah, I mean, from what you can see, it looks to be just a fairly bog standard, big ornate double door, gilded, big handles, one sort of key lock, and a couple of slide bolt locks as well. What look like potentially, maybe possibly magically activated, big thick like bolt locks for the top and bottom. You know, sort of. Like a shutter, you know,
Like
where you have like security locks that might be activated some other way. At the minute, they're unlocked, and obviously no one can reach high enough to lock it. So you're pretty sure from looking, there's probably a remote mechanism that activates them, but you don't know where it is or what it might be or whether it's magic or not.
Okay, thank you.
Yay.
Made it worth looking.
I mean, that with a 22. Yeah, you're going to see basically everything. So Ryan's still driving, so he's probably not going to make it back tonight. So it's probably just going to be the 5 of us, but that's absolutely fine.
I won't. I was gonna text them saying it's all kicked off, but I won't.
Fuck me, Mel. Just message him. Melkor's here. Jesus Christ. He'd go mad. You didn't tell me you were bringing him back.
He's safe because he's a good guy now.
Okay. Anything else you want to do in the foyer, or are you going to go off somewhere? You're going to do something? What you doing, party? Come on, let's get something
I
going.
want to split from the party as I'm invisible and go up the stairs hunting for where the crown is.
Cool. So you're heading upstairs. Absolutely fine.
Hailman, I'm guessing his spider would have made it through with him.
Yeah, his spiders.
Yeah.
It can go
It's
anywhere.
tiny.
It's a teeny little spider.
Yeah.
It can get under crevices, through cracks, in keyholes, whatever. Yeah.
So-
His spider can be in and around the house. Yeah.
I'm going to ask Aldeon to have a look around and just spend some time investigating rooms. Stay within 100 feet of me if he can, so he can still communicate with me
The
telepathically.
way I'm going to work that is I will periodically just interject with something new that he may have seen. I've got like a thing that he might have come across with his explorations that I'm going to be rolling against for you every so often, just so that we can save you having to keep going. Ooh, can I do this now? With yeah, just for.
That's cool. That's I just thought I'm just sending him off to check anyway, so that's me done with him.
Yeah,
He's just gonna
absolutely.
send back information telepathically.
Yeah.
Kat, are you recording this session? Yeah.
All sessions get recorded now.
Just in case something
Everything.
cool happens, I'm going to watch it back.
No,
Lots of cool things are going to happen, don't you? Well,
When doesn't
lots of
cool
cool
things
things
happen?
potentially could happen. We will see.
Right.
I've got a whole setup now, so it's all running, and I've got everything prepped so that as soon as we finish, I can get it uploaded and ready as soon as.
Yeah, when we're super experienced, we'll make our own D&D channel to rival Ryan's.
Welcome, Future Rush. You're obviously very rich now.
Yeah. Although I only found out whilst watching a Q&A thing of the Viva La Dirt League guys yesterday, a few years ago, they were still working full-time jobs as well as also doing that. So maybe it doesn't pay as well as we think.
Yes.
But maybe
it's
in the
the
last
thought
4
that
years
counts.
things have changed. But yeah.
Look, if I win the lottery, I'll sort us all out, but I don't do the lottery, so you'll have to...
Yeah, if I win the lottery, which I don't play,
No.
everyone else can have millions.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Anyway.
Back into it, because I try not to get as distracted as
Yeah.
possible.
So Hailman will ask Riv and Fuego, say, are we heading left like the guard asked?
Right.
I'm going to go right. Is that okay?
Yeah. If
Right was to
if
the guard,
Boltaire's
left
gone
was the other way.
upstairs, Fuego go to the right, and maybe if Riv and Helmin will stick to our story for now and kind of go left.
Unaccompanied by any adults.
Yeah. But we're just putting us in children. We're just looking around.
It's like these big bitches brought us here, and they put us down, and then they fucked off, and now we don't know where to go.
They said we'd be safe here.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, absolutely fine. So you guys are going to go off to the left towards where the guard told you.
Yep.
Valter's gone upstairs. Fuego's gone off to the right, and Henrik's somewhere else entirely. Great, we've got like a 5-party split. Phenomenal. We will resolve. Let's cut back to Henrik for now, because the things that were happening with him weren't happening in real time, and I want to get him caught up to where the party are at, so everything's happening at the same time.
Go.
Because he obviously went in and his stuff happened before you guys even got inside. So,
Yeah.
so Henrik went back to the barracks to talk to some guards, correct?
Yep. I just want to make a quick perception check inside the barracks just to see what I can see, like the guards, what kind of morale they're at, the professionalism, stuff like that.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
That will be 13.
13. So yeah, they look fairly happy. You know, the guards that are in there, they're obviously either on breaks or maybe just sort of getting ready for their shifts later. The last time you were in here, they were like making beds, ironing clothes. They're all dressed and stuff now. So these seem to be the guards that are getting ready for the evening shift.
Ironman?
So, yeah, with hot pieces of metal. I
okay.
rewatched the thing,
Yes,
and that was a
hot
thing that I
pieces
said.
of metal.
So they were using hot pieces of metal to iron them. Irons would have existed, indeed. It's like you can have an iron, not an electric iron, but before electric irons were invented, they used to have metal irons with wooden handles that they'd heat on coals, and they'd use that to smooth out things. Those are literal things that existed in real life, Callum.
We're young, remember?
It wasn't all your e-devices and Apple irons.
Yeah, this is my iron.
Yeah. It's USB powered.
Yeah, the Iron X. It's like you just beam it at your clothes and they straighten automatically.
Oh God, I
Yeah.
wish.
That'd be phenomenal.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I'm going to walk up to one of the guards and I'm going to chat away to them. I'm just going to say, all right, guys, how are yourselves? How long have you been working with Mr. Goldsmith?
So let's set the scene a little. So you've just come in from outside. There's a group of, let's say, 4 or 5 playing cards at a table. There's a couple of guys sort of just chatting while they're, sort of suiting up and stuff. And there's like one guy just sat on his bunk reading a book or something. So are you going to approach the group of guys playing cards, the guy on his own, or the 2 guys chatting?
The guy on his own, please.
Guy on his own. Brilliant. Okay, so you go over to him. He's just sat there sort of reading a book, like on his bunk, just sort of leafing through. It's some sort of novel sort of thing, a bit trash book. So you just want to ask him sort of how he is, how he's doing, how long he's been working there, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, he's going to look up from his book and go, all right, you new?
Fairly new. Started 2 minutes ago.
That is pretty new, yeah.
Yep.
A little bit newer than the last one, which is Dave over there. He's only been here about a week or so, but my name's Colin. I've been here about 6 months now. Been here a while. Yeah, I'm all right.
The guards come and go often?
Not that often. It depends, really. I can't say too much about the ins and outs of the goings on and stuff, but every so often we have to get a new batch of guards in.
Why can you not say too much?
Stop.
And then I want to kind of.
he's fumbling for an answer, and he's like, there's signed a non-disclosure agreement, and then just sort of looks back down to his book.
I'm gonna slide him over a gold coin to see if I can help him a wee bit.
Roll persuasion.
18 plus. I don't think I've got a plus in this, but plus stuff. Let's just say that.
Plus 18 will be fine. 18 will be fine.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
I've got nothing. 18.
He's going to take the gold and slip it into his pocket and just go, cheers for the gold, and look back down at his pocket.
Okay, just answer me one more thing.
It depends on the question. There's only so much I can answer. But you see his eyes sort of flick up to the corner of the room.
I want to try and gaze to where his eyes are looking.
So you, just roll an investigation.
Okay. It's a natural 1. Well, no, it'll be a natural one, but I think I've got like a investigation. I think I've got like a +1. I think it is.
Yeah, natural ones and natural 20s don't matter
Yeah.
on skill checks, only on attacks. Yeah, so you still get your bonuses.
Yeah, natural one.
Natural one, yeah, 0 to intelligence for Henrik. No bonus to that.
He's doing this. He's pointing. And I'm literally going, "What are you doing?"
You're looking at the opposite corner.
He's gonna notice that you've not sort of got the message. And he's gonna do the fucking microphone in the corner. And then you look again and you realise that it looks as though there's some sort of surveillance device up in the corner. It's not like a camera; they can't see you, but it looks like it might be monitoring sort of like what's being discussed and what's being chatted about, that sort of thing.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to say to him, I want to know who the toughest. No, sorry, not the toughest. I want to know who is in charge, and I want to challenge him to a little spar, a little boxing match, maybe.
I thought you meant like a spa with like some cucumber slices and like a pedicure.
Oh my god.
A pedicure.
He's like, for the first, he's going to actually put his book down and he's going to look at you really sort of confused. You want to have a fight with Big Jeff?
Yep. I'm from the Fireborn. I'm from the Firebeard clan. And where I come from, if we want something, we take it.
But Big Jeff, though.
It's a friendly fight.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not being funny. You look like you can handle yourself, but he'd wipe the floor with you.
I want to see him at least.
All right, well, he's on the day shift, so he should be coming back in soon because the night's taking over in about 15 minutes. But I mean, he'll be back here, and if you want to have a chat with Big Jeff, he'll be here, But I mean, it was nice knowing you. And then he just goes back to looking at his book.
What do you? This will be my last question. Then I'll do something else. What do you actually think about Big Jeff? Like, is he a
Big
good
Jeff's
leader?
he's a really nice guy, but if you try and fight him, he will kill you.
Okay.
And then just back down.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to leave Colin. Is that his name? Yeah, Colin.
I think
I'm
so.
going to leave.
They're all getting generic English guy names.
I'm going to leave Colin, and then I'm going to step outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to make a perception check outside just to see if I can try and count the amount of guards that I can see.
Okay. Well, you saw 5, 6, 7, 8 inside.
Right.
So yeah, just go outside, roll the perception, just see if you can see any more sort of patrolling about.
A 9 plus a 1, I think that is 10.
A 10. Okay. So from where you are at the barracks, you can see sort of a group of 3 or 4 blokes walking back towards the barracks. Yeah, let's say 4. 4 blokes walking back to the barracks. 3 normal-sized men and 1 absolute behemoth. He's about 7 foot tall and about 3 foot wide. He's a big fella.
Is he Goliath?
Massive guy. He looks like he might be part Goliath, but I mean,
Right.
you wouldn't dare to ask him, just in case you were
and then
but he's
I'm
a big
gonna,
fucking guy.
I'm going to look at him and then just like under my breath going, Jeff.
Toby's going to pop and go, you best hope that Big Jeff, because if there's anyone bigger, you're fucked, mate. And then just disappear.
Before he disappears though, I'm going to say to him,
oh, he's still there, he's just invisible. You just can't
yeah.
see him, yeah. He's always listening.
I'm going to say to him, so I'm going to make you a little offer, and it's up to you if you want to accept it. I want you, in 2 minutes, exactly 2 minutes, to start causing as much mischief, as much mayhem as you possibly can.
Roll persuasion.
Wait, sorry, and if you do this, I promise to get you 1 full horse that you can eat.
Okay, roll perception.
Did I get an advantage?
Persuasion, sorry. Yeah, persuasion with advantage since you've offered to bribe him with a full horse.
I'm gonna need that.
Full horse.
13 plus.
Nothing.
I'm just gonna keep my. 13.
You don't have a charisma modifier, do you?
Nope.
So a 13.
Straight shooter.
So he's going to reappear and go, maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see how I feel. So
Okay.
it could go one way or another. We'll see.
And for my last thing, I'm going to walk straight over to Big Jeff.
Right, okie dokie. So you're just walking up to Big Jeff. Are you going to say anything to him, or just walk up to him?
I'm going to walk up to him and put a hand out for a handshake and say, "Good evening, sir. I am the new recruit. Just wanted to make your acquaintance."
Yeah, he's going to look down at you because he is taller than him. So he's going to look down at you and go, "Who told you that you could come and talk to me?"
No one told me to. I just wanted to introduce myself. And then after that, I'm going to walk away, not give him a chance to talk.
Okay.
And then this will be my last thing. I want to then walk to the gate that everyone walked in at.
So you want to go back to the entrance?
Yep. And leave.
Okay. So you told Toby to start some shit and then just left.
Nah, I want to go to the gate. So I go to the gate.
The main gate, like the entrance to get into the compound, yeah?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll say that this has happened then after the party have entered the manor.
Yep.
So they're already inside but don't know where you are, so you've gone back to the main gate. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. We'll go back inside then. We'll go to. I'm just gonna go down. I'm gonna go left to right on my screen. So Fuego is next. So what would Fuego like to do whilst he's exploring the right hand side?
Are any of the doors? It's only one set of double doors, isn't it?
On the right hand side, there's a big set of double doors on the right, and then there's a corridor that leads towards the back, past the staircase upstairs.
Can I have a look down? I'm going to go down the double doors on the right, and just have a nosy. And if any of the doors are open, I want to have a little nosy inside them.
Right. So you want to? Well, I mean, the doors are all the doors are shut, so you can open the doors if you want to.
I'm going to go door by door. I'm just going to go and open it and pop my head in.
So opening the double doors and just popping your head inside. Yeah, just do a perception check.
Ooh, blanks. Oh.
So you open the doors and you just see sort of like a dining room. There's a table that's about 20 foot long. Every single place around the table is set, even though most of them look like they've not been used in forever. All of the cutlery and stuff is well kept and everything. And there's another door at the back of that room, which you assume probably leads to like a kitchen or something, but you don't know just from looking. But you would probably assume that. But yeah.
No, I'm going to bypass that one and carry on to the next door then.
Okie dokie. So the door at the back of the room beyond the stairs, yeah. There was one double door.
Yeah.
And then just a corridor that leads out of the room behind the stairs on the right hand side.
All right. Okay. So yeah, yeah.
So down the corridor towards the back of the room. That's fine.
Yeah.
So at the end of the corridor, there's not a door. It's just like an open archway, which you can go through. I assume you want to walk through that archway, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go through. You enter another corridor. On the left, there is another door. In front of you, there is another door with a window, and then another door. And then on the right, another door. So just lots of doors and things in this corridor.
Pop my head in another door.
Which door? The one on the left?
One
of the two in the middle. The one on the left. Okay, so you go off to the one on the left. You open it, and it appears to be just a storage cupboard. Just do either a perception or an investigation.
Stick with perception. 24.
Ooh, natural 20.
Okay, yep. So it looks to you to be just a normal storage cupboard. There's a few barrels, a few boxes, brooms, mops, that sort of thing, just general storage cupboard stuff. But there is like a little ornate chest on top of one of the boxes. It looks quite fancy and out of place for a storage cupboard. It's about 7 or 8 inches long, about 3 inches deep. Gilded, it's like white ivory with like gold trim. Looks quite fancy, and there's like a little keyhole on the front.
I'm assuming it's locked.
I mean, do you want to pick it up? Do you want to have a look? Do you want to see if it's open?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just going to straight away just try and open the lid, yeah?
Yep.
Oh no, hold on.
Okay. So you open it, and it lid lifts up. There's a mirror in the back, and like a little
I'm just going to check myself out in the mirror for a little bit.
caricature figure pops up, starts spinning around. A little music starts to play. It's like a jaunty little, not jaunty like a sea shanty, but like a nice sort of musical thing.
Ballerina. Ballerina music.
Like a little
It's a
barina,
music
like
box.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a music box. Just do a wisdom save for me.
Is it a Jack in the Box?
Oh!
Okay. Right. So the music plays, and you start to get a little, like you start swaying a little, getting a little drowsy. Are you half elf?
I am full elf. I'm a high elf.
High elf. Are high elves resistant to magical sleep?
Yes.
Okay. So you start to get a little bit drowsy, but you just
Double checking that.
Hang on, has
don't. Yeah.
anyone else
Yeah.
lost Scott?
I've also
Yeah.
lost Scott. Yeah, it'll refresh and jump back in. Because I'm fairly certain elves are resistant to magical sleep.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you start to get. So yeah, magic can't put you to sleep. So even if so you're not being charmed. It's you get a little drowsy. You sort of, but you just sort of shake your head as if like listening, and it takes no effect. It seems to be sort of like a magic music box that upon hearing it would have knocked you out and maybe sent you to sleep.
Can I pocket it?
Yeah, you take it if you want.
Yep, I'm taking that.
Fine.
Good idea.
I'll homebrew the actual item description later, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's sort of like a little mini trap. If it hadn't have been you that found it, it's like one of the party had been asleep in a cupboard somewhere. And it's like, yeah, no, that's fine. So yeah, you take the box. Where do you want to go anywhere from there, or do you
Now
want?
we'll go to the next room.
So the next room.
Through the door again.
So through the first door as you come to on your left, having exited the cupboard. Yeah.
Yep.
So you
Is that the one at the end
door.
of the corridor? I'm trying to draw
So
a map.
she's come up the corridor.
Yeah.
On the left is the cupboard.
Yep.
In front of her are two doors with a window in the middle.
Yep.
And then on the right is another door. So she's gone through the cupboard door on the left.
Yep.
And now she's on the first door that she was facing when she approached the corridor.
Yep.
So yeah, you pop your head outside and it just leads outside. So like you pop your head out, it leads outside, and then popping back in, you can see that the window and the other door also seem to both lead outside. They're just rear entrances and a window that lead into the gardens.
Okay. That's no fun. So if there's no more doors there, I'm just gonna make my way back to the others.
But there was one more door at the other end.
Yeah, check the other door.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you pop your head in there, and it's the kitchen. So you ascertain that this is sort of the door. It's another door leading into the room that was off of the dining room. So it's like a kitchen area.
Right. Okay.
Do you want to go in and have a look around, or do you want to go back to the main hall? Or
Scott's lost Wi-Fi, just so everyone knows.
yeah, it popped up.
I'm just gonna go back to the others. Start making my way back to the others.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine. You make your way back to the entrance. We'll go to Baltair next because he disappeared upstairs.
That's fine.
So yeah, you're currently invisible. You disappear up to the top of the stairs.
Yep.
You reach like the upper landing. So this is a big building. So it's lots of corridors and doors leading off in various directions to different places. There's a corridor to your left and right, and a corridor in front of you, like to the left and right. So and then like a main block. So you've come up the stairs. In front of you is a big wall. On the left and right of that wall are corridors leading forwards, and to your left and right at the top of each set of stairs leading up more corridors. So you've got to the top of the stairs.
Yep.
And then there's a corridor either side of you, and two corridors in front of you, one on the left, one on the right. Yeah.
Yes.
If you get the sort of description that I'm going for.
I do.
Yeah.
Two corridors at say 9 and 3, and two corridors at like 11 and 1.
Yeah, but they're straight lines, not diagonals. So yeah, both at 12, but just off to the left and right, and then one at 3 and 9. Yeah.
I'd like to go to the one on the right. It's slightly in front of me, but to the right.
Okay, so the 12 o'clock right side corridor, that's fine. Yeah, you can head down there. Heading down that corridor, there are 2 doors on your left, 3 doors on your right, and a door at the end of the corridor.
I'll go in the first door. on my right.
First door on your right. Yep, that's fine. You open the door and it's a toilet. It's literally just a toilet. That's the only thing in there is just a lavatory. So yeah, it's just a toilet in that one.
That's fine. I'll go into the one. Is there one opposite?
Not opposite exact, but a little further up and on the left. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go into that one.
Okay, so you open that one. This one leads into what appears to be maybe like a guest bedroom. It doesn't look ornate and mannerful enough to be like a master bedroom. Just a small bedroom, maybe for a guest. It's gonna be a very boring game of what's in this door tonight.
I've never concentrated so hard trying to map all this out.
Is there any way to narrow it down to find the crown quickly?
There may be, but I'm not going to tell you what it'd be.
Try
If
a
you want
magic
to
check.
search through a 4-story mansion, one room at a time, that is exactly what we're going to do.
Can I check for magic?
Do you have some form of detect magic skill?
No.
No. then no, you can't. It's like the skill, like the spell detect magic, could be redundant if an Arcana check revealed magic stuff.
That's a point. I am absolutely clueless. Is there any? Can I?
It's almost like the party maybe should have gone where they were told in the first place.
One more room and then I'm going to call it a bust.
Which room? The middle on the right, end on the left, end on the right, or end at the end?
End at the end.
Okay, so you're just gonna go down, open the door, walk in, yeah?
Yeah.
Dex save.
Oh.
Oh,
13.
Okay, so you open the door. As you open the door, you hear a click, and then you hear as a dragon mouth statue at the other end of the room lights up, and a fireball flies in your direction, and you take 2 points of fire damage.
Is that ranged?
Well, that's different.
Oh, it is range. Yeah, no, it's
Right.
you've gone into the room. The room itself is about 30 square feet. It's not a massive room.
Yeah.
And there's just like a thing at the end that's just gone.
That's fine. Well, I've got, if it's a ranged weapon, I've got something that can reduce it.
Okay.
Basically, it's one of my abilities, Swift of Arm. I can reduce it.
It's a ranged spell attack. So does that work on any ranged attack or just weapon attacks?
All the paperwork comes out.
Yeah.
a D&D
Is that
tool.
level 4 you are able to use your reaction to reduce damage dealt by a ranged weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a ranged spell attack, not a weapon. So
Can I
it's
just
only
say,
two. It's only two. Go on.
if you're staying in that guest bedroom and you nip out to the toilet and you get confused coming back and end up in the wrong room, that's not on. That's
Nobody
dangerous.
says the guest bedrooms ever get used. It's
Ah.
just there. He didn't have a look around and see if it was all covered in dust. Maybe this guy never has guests, or maybe the guests are given a handy map which tells them which rooms not to go inside.
I want to be rich
Yeah.
enough to have a dragon fireball statue room.
I mean, if you were going to force me to go room by room, I was going to put some traps in some of them. But now that the trap is triggered, you can enter the room safely. Upon entering the room, yeah, it's about sort of a 30-foot square room, and again, it just looks to be like a room where they put stuff, just like a room of crap. There's boxes, there's cupboards, there's cabinets, there's closets.
This is the
And there's
same
what
room.
appears- Yes, all in the same room. The one with the dragon statue that's just breathed fire on him. Yeah, and there's what appears to be what looks like a chest in the corner. So it's like a treasure chest looking thing. It's not as ornate as the music box, which was downstairs, but there is a treasure chest looking e-box also in there.
Can I go to the treasure chest and try and open it, but with my staff?
So you want to try and sort of prise the lid up?
Yes, because I do not trust anything after that.
Yeah. So you you're gonna jab your staff in and just try and lift the lid.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just do a strength check for me, just to see if you've got enough to lever it up. It's quite
16.
a heavy looking box. 16. Was that 16? Did you say?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you, but it's stuck fast, almost as if it might potentially be locked.
Okay.
Didn't see
You can
that.
try and force the lock, or
Can I
if
break
you-
out my thieves' tools?
if you've got, I was going to say, if you've got thieves' tools, you can try and pick the lock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, just do me a sleight of hand check, please.
That is 10.
10.
Does it get advantage because of the tools?
Yeah, 10.
No. Using the tools, you just get to add your proficiency to the roll. So you add 2
Oh,
when
okay,
using
okay,
thieves'
okay.
tools if you're proficient in them.
That's a 10.
So is that 10? Is that including your proficiency bonus? Yeah. Cool. So
So you roll
just do me a Constitution save.
Oh,
Oh, I think I know what this is.
oh, fuck.
Hmm.
That's a 1. It's a 6 in total, but it's a 1.
It's all right. So as you're picking the lock, you hear the lock click, but as you hear it go click, what appears to be like a needle just juts out and stabs you in the hand.
Oh.
And you take 5 points of poison damage.
No, I
Unless,
have
are you
resistance.
resistant? Resistant to that, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3 points of
We're
poison damage.
lucky so far, aren't we?
Scott's back! Yay!
Bye.
Now, given, are we still all in contact? Because now that Fuego and Balter have had incidences with chests, have they kind of gone, fucking hell, they've booby-trapped everything, don't touch chests? Or is that still as part of the investigation?
That is up to the party. I mean, if they if they had have wanted to relay that information back, that would have been an option. We can retcon Fuego if Fuego wanted to say, "Oh, I picked up a music box and it tried to put me to sleep. Be careful, guys."
Kind of. I'll literally tell them I found a trippy music box. I can't wait to show you.
Fair enough. Voltaire's had a fireball thrown in his face by a statue, and been pricked in the finger by a poison needle while trying to pick a chest lock. So.
You guys.
It's going well.
Hey, I've kept my music box. I can put people to sleep.
But now you have picked the lock though, and as it retracts, the lid opens. Inside, you find a bag of gold. 20 gold inside the bag.
20.
That's not so bad. Small price to pay.
That's literally all they had in there was a bag of 20 gold, though. There's unfortunately nothing particularly special, nothing else particularly special in there. Some bric-a-brac and knickknacks that might be worth a few gold if you want to round them up and flog them when you get back to a town and sell them for a few more gold.
No.
Just taking the bag of 20 gold and walking away, sucking on your finger like fucking bastard. Spitting out the poison like poor prick. Do you want to go in any more of the rooms, or are you going to head back down?
I'm going to go back and try and shadow a servant if I can find any.
Okie dokie. So are you going back to where the party were, or are you going to take a different corridor and start looking for a servant?
I'm going to try on the bottom floor to find one.
Okay, so you're coming back downstairs. So Fuego's pretty much searched the entire right side that you could see from while you were down there. So are you going to head off through the other corridor to the back on the left?
Yes.
Okay, we'll head you that way, and then we'll cut back to Hailman and Riv and see what they were getting up to while all this was going on.
So, what's Balter and Fuego kind of communicated? Is it just like, fucking hell, there's loads of doors and there's lots of places and stuff?
Yeah, pretty much it stretches on forever. There is booby traps, so be careful. I've been hit by a fireball and a poison needle, so beware of treasure chests.
You open a cupboard and a load of breasts fall out. Ah, it's a booby trap.
Helmet does put his hand on his chest as soon as he said there's booby traps.
I told you that I found a mirror, and I'm telling you how perfect my hair was.
Amazing. So are we're going to go through the left-hand door?
I think so.
Yeah, so that's the way you were told to go, is through the door and to the left. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so So yeah, you go through the left-hand door and you walk into what appears to be like a day room, like a sitting room. You know, a few nice plush sofas, lots of cupboards, cabinets. They don't have TV, obviously, but you know, like books.
An empty
a lot-
box in the
wall of
corner.
books. Yeah, an empty box with some Punch and Judy figurines in there, almost. But yeah, so you go in, you're sort of in a sitting room, and then sort of just stood to attention at the other end of the sitting room is what looks to be like a house servant. And he goes, "Oh, hello. Who are you two?"
Halemin is gonna kind of shyly cover his face as if he's not sure what to do, and then he's gonna grab Riv's hand as if like she's his sister, and kind of just act scared, very childlike.
Yeah.
Too afraid to actually speak.
I just need to go say a quick good night. I'm really, really sorry. I'll be
No,
back.
No.
No worries.
All right, take your time.
Anybody else wants to go grab a drink or anything, take this opportunity now to restock supplies.
Metagame planning.
Cat, I want to see.
No, right, okay, right, what are we doing?
Ali, you can't find a servant. You're invisible.
Yeah.
But he's going to shadow him, as in, like, follow him around.
Oh, I don't know if you take damage. I don't know if the spell
I've looked it up, and as long as I don't make a spell or don't
or attack, is it?
attack, I'm good.
Right.
Detect magic, will that kind of pinpoint where magic is, or do you have to detect it at something?
No, I think if I have detect magic running, it kind of like it'll like ping in different areas. Like there's magic over there. There's something magic over there.
I think you need to fire that up because Baltair was very much opening like a billion doors, and there's a billion more rooms and corridors. And Graham made the comment about because you weren't on the stream, with like 4 floors full of rooms and stuff. So
it lasts 10. If I reach or cast it, which I think will take me 10 minutes, it lasts for 10 minutes.
Just another thing as well. This is meant to be an orphanage. Where are all the kids?
Well,
Where's
they were
all
supposed to be
everybody?
to the left, weren't they? That's what they said.
well, we're in a
Take
sitting
us to the
room.
left.
Is that what you guys have went to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So do we like get this guy and try and kind of
Oh,
what?
I can't cast detect magic while I have invisibility. I have to concentrate on my invisibility spell.
And who have you turned invisible?
Either Cypher or Baltair.
Well, we can message Cypher to go kind of like hide in a bush. We're gonna have to
Yeah.
remove the invisibility.
Yeah, I've got
Does
a
we-
I believe.
He's a dragonborn though, isn't he? It'd be a bit. Just all of a sudden, a dragonborn just turns up.
I would play it off as if Graham hasn't remembered. If he does.
He's watched the
Yeah,
episode back.
He's
Oh,
also
shit,
gonna
he's watching this back.
he's gonna be watching this as well. Hi Graham. Hi.
Graham.
Hi.
Metagame for the win.
The Henrik's dead.
Yeah, I think invisibility is a concentration. So while I'm
It's-
concentrating on that,
He's crying.
Nice.
Well, man's crying, guys. I'm
my
crying.
galactic IPA. Yeah, so when he gets back, we just no.
You were saying.
No. I think Angela and Ali are going to check on the little one.
Yeah.
Right, okay. We can always fill them in on what they missed, Polygon.
On that note,
So-
I can't hear myself think.
Just mute Fuego.
Yeah. If you hover over the Fuego window and just click the microphone thing on the left, it'll mute it.
Oh, that's better.
brilliant.
Didn't
And
know I
we
could
just-
do that.
We could turn her back up when she comes back. It's like, that's what I do whenever James is here. No, I'm joking.
Hi James.
I'll just
Hi,
hi,
James.
James later. No, I'm kidding.
Graham, are we still saying that we turned Baltair and Cypher invisible then at the minute?
Yes, but Cypher buggered off earlier, so Baltair is still invisible.
Yeah.
somewhere in the manor, but you don't know where because
Yeah.
it's invisible. And Cypher is buggered off outside somewhere. Yeah.
Cool.
Right. So you were holding Riv's hand and saying what? Sorry.
Nothing. He just acting
Scared.
and very abandoned child, orphan childlike.
So you just want to appear like scared, abandoned children.
Yep.
Okay. Just for the sake of doing so, just both of you roll deception to see whether he sort of instantly buys it or whether he wants a response first.
What are we rolling?
Deception.
Deception.
I'm going to roll against it. So whatever you two roll, I'll be rolling against it.
Riv's giggling.
Oh,
So
That's
if
good. Is that a 10, yeah?
no.
So a 7 and a 9. So he needs to roll a 10 or higher. Let's have a look.
Not 20.
Oh, he rolled a 7. So again, Haleman looks quite young and childlike, and he believes that Haleman's a child.
No, Riv
but-
can't keep a straight face.
Riv's like he's
She
like
can't. She can't act. She's finding this too hilarious. She's in her element. She didn't want to act like a scared child. She's too busy looking around and casing out the joint.
Excuse me, you there, the gnome. What are you two doing here? I can see you're with a small child, but why are you here? What do you want?
Haleman is going to snap at him and say, "Leave my sister alone."
We were told to come in here.
Told by whom?
That man who let us in.
What did he look like?
He looked like however Graham described him earlier.
Oh, that sounds like the guy that answers the door, who I've not given a name to yet. Yes, entirely so.
Jenkins.
The doorman.
Call him Jeeves. That sounds like
Jeeves.
Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves.
Oh, you mean the butler, Jeeves? Ah, yes, top fellow. Okay, and he told you to come in here. So I'm guessing that the smaller of the two of you is what, some poor injured lost child that needs a room in our orphanage.
Yes.
Okay. I will inform Mr. Goldsmith. Wait here. Take a seat. The couches are mighty comfortable. We'll give you the standard stipend for bringing in a lost orphan. If you just take a seat, I'll go and inform Mr. Goldsmith and get him to come down. So he goes away.
Yep.
So what are you going to do while he's gone? Are you just going to wait patiently, or?
No. So this room, does it have any other doors leading anywhere else, or is it just a sitting room?
So there was the entryway you came through,
Yeah.
and the doorway that he was stood in. So beyond that doorway, until you head that way, you don't know what's the other side of it.
I want to go and look through that door.
Okay, so you're going to head through the sort of the door, the archway sort of doorway thing he was stood in. Yeah, that's fine. You go through and it looks to be... Just do a perception check for me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's just another room. You for some reason you can't quite tell what it's used for. It's just another room. Is Haleman also going to come and have a look?
Yes, I think if Riv wants him to, then he would.
I think
Go
Riv
across.
is just overexcited about just this whole caper.
That's a 19 with a +1 to 20.
And I've been forgetting to roll for Aldeon, so I've just done 4 rolls for him. So whilst you go sort of towards the door and you get a message back from the spider, I assume it communicates with you telepathically. You can just sort of see what it sees.
Yes.
So it's like you take a moment to sort of stop and look through its eyes, and you can see it sort of crawling about on what looks like an upper floor. And you can sort of see it just scurrying through a few rooms. It like darts through a bathroom, through a couple of bedrooms, through what looks to be like a study. Can you roll a perception for the spider?
I can, which is a perception.
So plus its wisdom modifier.
Which is, where did I write that down? That one is a 0. So
a 13.
Third flat 13, yeah.
Yeah, so it runs through a room, and whilst you're sort of viewing its eyes, it looks like it might be a study. You see a few like papers scattered around, like some sort of like parchment hung on the wall, but you can't quite make out what's on it. But it seemed like maybe it was important, but you can't quite tell.
Oh. So this is how we walked in, Baltier carrying Hailman, yeah?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's what you've seen through Aldeon's eyes as he scurries around upstairs on one of the higher floors. And then as Hailman walks into the room that Riv was trying to look around in, he walks into what appears to be like a reading room. So there's, a few bookcases and shelves, a lectern in one corner with an inkwell and parchment for transcribing, that sort of thing. So it looks to be sort of like a reading room, maybe where somebody would write letters and read books, open their mail, that sort of thing. There's a desk to one side with some like parchment and a letter opener on it. That's sort of what you can see with a 20.
Any other doors, or is that the end of it?
So there's another door, obviously, that leads off of it. If it's a dead end, that guy's gone really into the wrong room. So it's like, I'm going to go get him, and then vanishes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it at the end or to the right?
It'll be
to the left.
Let me think.
No, we've gone to the left.
I know.
So you've gone left and in.
Because
Square building, so there's no.
So I'm trying to draw it all out.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how I had it planned out. Was it to the... Yeah, because right would be back out to the end. Yeah, it goes out at the top of the room, and there is another door on the right of the room that you think probably leads to where the other corridor from the other side of the stairs might go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've got it sort of planned, almost like it's a cube shape, and like any doors leading to the other side from where you came in will lead back to where you came from. That sort of
as part of my messaging, kind of like Helmin's reporting back that Frago or here, we've just been in a reading room that's full of books and parchment and a desk with information.
Excellent.
And Hailman will have relayed that his spider has seen from a higher floor several bathrooms and bedrooms and what looks like a study that may be potentially filled with important papers.
After seeing what's in the room, I think Hailman would turn to Riv and say, "Shall I turn you invisible? And we can say that after you've dropped me off and I've spoken to the guard, you've now left the house and I'm on my own because he believes I'm a child, and then that gives you the freedom to investigate this room. Or are we staying together?"
Do you think it's wise? Do you think it's in here? Because we could be searching forever looking for this crown. This place is massive.
Ask a servant.
It's going to be really suspicious.
Fine, we stay together, but maybe we say you're not a child, you're a bit older.
Teenager.
You're a teenager, maybe. If they ask again.
Yes. So do we go back in the sitting room then?
Yes, I think we should go sit down and wait for him.
Yeah.
You're going to sit and wait.
We'll keep these guys busy with us, so Fuego and Baltier can hopefully look around without other people finding them.
I'm gonna broadcast messages. Anyone found anything resembling like a vault or a room with security? Where's this crown?
Not so far.
Hailman will turn to Riv and say, "You're a thief. Where would you hide something?"
I don't know. I steal things, not hide them.
Can we speak back through message?
Yeah.
Yes, you can reply, yeah.
Can I say try move the picture frames or find a hidden lever? Is there a statue with an arm out that you can pull? Secret door.
Riv's just going to go around and just start poking at stuff. Anything that looks like it moves.
Yeah, absolutely fine. So what, like poking at all the various
Just
books,
pictures moving. That bit stuck out, bit near the fireplace, moving those.
That's absolutely fine. We'll fast forward ever so slightly to you two obviously just poking around this room, and you'll hear sort of footsteps coming from behind you from the other side through the reading room. It's a couple of pairs of it sounds as though there's maybe 4 or 5 pairs of feet coming from behind you. So obviously the two of you, I assume, would turn around and you
Run
see
back.
the same servant that sort of greeted you as you entered the room, walked through, and then behind him, flanked by 3 guards, is a very well dressed man.
Face blanket.
You don't recognise him, but he's a very well dressed man, and he walks in and goes, "Hello, oh yeah, you've got an orphan for me." And then we'll freeze there, and we'll cut back to Henrik and find out what he's up to outside for a bit.
I'm just trying to think. So I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk up to the gate that we walked in, and I want to. I want to investigate it. I want to see if I can manually open it, or is it just magic that can open it?
Okay, just do a
Investigation or perception?
do a strength check first, just to fucking like rattle it, see if you can pull it open.
This is something I am good at. Strong boy. Why can't I see my strength? There it is. 9 plus 4, that's 13.
13. So you rattle the gate and it sort of, but it doesn't come open. You're not entirely sure why. Just do an Arcana check after that for me.
Shit. 7. Yeah.
No. As far as you know, the gate's just locked, and that's why you can't open it. You think maybe they've got like a key that they can use to open it or something.
Okay. And I wouldn't be given a key as a new guard.
No, because you're not the gate guard. You're just like a patrolsman for the grounds. You don't answer the gate. It's
okay.
Yeah, the doorbell rings inside, and then the guy that's in charge of opening the gate comes down to open the gate. That's not your job.
I would then like to walk to the manor and walk inside, please.
So just let yourself in. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Door's not locked because obviously the gates protect. They expect that anyone that's in the grounds will be trustworthy. So yeah, you let yourself in. You see the same big open sort of foyer thing that everybody else saw.
And then I'm going to walk by. I'm going to try and find the kitchen. I want to find the kitchen.
Okay, so which direction are you going to go?
I will go. So
if you can remember where the kitchen was.
Did you tell us where the kitchen was?
Yeah, I got a map. I've been writing it down.
I told Fuego where the kitchen was because he was looking around and saw it.
But you're not on the message group, so...
Yeah.
Pick a direction. Left, right, up, back.
So,
where do you want to go?
The stairs were here, so I'm going to go to the left of the stairs and go that way.
So left through the double doors or left down the corridor at the back?
Corridor.
Okay, so yeah, you head down the left-hand side to the corridor at the back in the wrong direction, but it's too late to change your mind now. You've gone down the left. Kitchen was on the right. That's fine. You go down the left. Both you and Baltair just do dex saves for me.
Natural fucking 20!
Yay!
17!
Okay, so you don't trip over each other because Baltair's invisible and you can't see him. As you're walking in the same direction he went, and as he's just coming across the entrance, he just sort of, you feel a hand just sort of stop you, and hear Baltair go, whoa, slow it, Henrik, you nearly collided with me. So you two have now ran into each other because you're both headed off in the same direction.
I'm going to try and put my hand out to grab him by the shoulder and say, there's surveillance equipment in here. I think there's a control room. We need to find that control room and knock out the surveillance.
I say nothing.
He says absolutely nothing.
So,
but is that then is then Baltair communicates it to all of us?
Yes, I'll say I found Callum, ran into Callum.
No, you
Henrik.
haven't.
Henrik.
Who the fuck is Callum?
Everyone responds, "Who's Callum?" Talk to your friends on your own time. We're here for a job.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I don't like the sound of that guy.
And he's
Oh.
kicking about.
And then I'm going to continue down. Actually, I'll make a perception check to see. Actually, no, I won't. I'll just turn around and go the other way now that I know.
You
Baltier's
don't know
been down-
nothing. Henrik
No,
knows
no,
nothing.
no. But I know. But Baltier's came from that way, so I would imagine that he's cleared all this way, and I'm going to turn back.
Yeah, but you don't know that the kitchen's not that way, and you were looking for the kitchen, so.
Can always
Yeah,
ask
but
him.
I might. But he's not talking.
And
I'll
he
just-
doesn't know where the kitchen is, unless Fuego's told him.
I'll think to myself, right, Baltier's been this way, he's probably cleared it out. I'm going to turn around and then I'm going to go back to the main foyer.
Okay, we won't punish the meta, that's fine. You're going to go back to the foyer. And then where do you want to go from there?
I'll go to the right this time.
What a surprise. Are you going through the double doors or up the corridor to the right?
Through the double doors, why not?
Okay, so you walk through the double doors directly into a dining room. So you see a big, massive table, again, lots of plates and cutlery and stuff, and then another door at the other end of the room.
Can I perceive the room? I want to see if there's like any pictures, any paintings, or anything. I want to see if I can get I want to see if I can see what Mr. Goldsmith looks like, so I could be able to recognise him.
Yeah, you can have a look. Yeah.
13 plus 1, that's 14.
So you see lots of pictures, but because you don't know what Mr. Goldsmith looks like, you don't know which one's in.
Okay.
There's a guy. There's a guy that looks vaguely familiar, but you can't quite place why.
Can I walk up closer to that photo to get an investigation check?
Yeah, you can walk up and investigate the photo.
See if I get this. Can you private message me what it is?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. But you have to keep it to yourself, though.
Yeah. I think I've got a 0 for 11. I got an 11.
An 11. Okay.
Oh, sneaky.
Is it going to be like fucking Melkor's picture?
Oh.
But this whisper chat. What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Sorry, first time it's happened. I'm gonna.
After it's been back around to our turn again, I'm going to try and get him back to bed.
That's fine now.
Little shit's been having nightmares again. He's looking around the bedroom in a panic, like, what is it? Where is it? So I thought I'd best bring him down.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, bless.
Go to sleep. Suffocation is not off the table. Yeah.
Give him a D20 and we'll see.
I don't like Graham laughing, and I don't like Callum doing that.
No,
Okay. Okay.
we heard all of that, by the way.
You should have done.
No.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine because I didn't say anything, did I, Callum?
No.
I hate you both.
Just say that Baltier can refresh.
I'm sure he can. Okay, so yeah, that's what you've seen.
In that case, I'm going to walk to the double doors at the end of the room.
So just the other end of the room into the kitchen, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so you walk through the doors and you're now in the kitchen.
Okay. I want to look around to see is there anyone else in the kitchen, or is it just me?
The kitchen's currently empty. There's nobody inside. It's not meal time, so the chef's probably in his room or in bed or whatever.
Is there any other room in this? And is there any other corridor? Any?
There's a couple of doors that lead off of the kitchen, which you would probably assume lead to storerooms, but you're not too sure. You can have a look in them if you want to have a look in them.
Yeah. I don't trust Mr. Goldsmith. I want to go to the
Okay, so
storerooms. I want to check the storerooms.
There's a door on the left. As you walk into the kitchen, there's a door on the left. Ahead of you, there's a door next to a window, and through the window you can see the outside ground. So you assume that door probably leads outside.
Right.
And then on the right, there's 2 more doors.
My
go
map
to
looks
the-
fucking whack, man. I can't keep a track of this.
Bear in mind, Kat, I am making this up as we go through.
You've not actually got a plan because they're just like, how many doors are everywhere?
I have no plan.
Bonkers.
I have no map. There are as many doors as I can come up with.
I would then like to go through the doors to the right, please, because that was more.
So
in
first
towards the
door in
building.
on the right-hand side, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so open the door and just do perception.
That's a natural 1. The door slams in my face.
yeah. No, you open the door. It's just a storage cupboard. So again, like lots of boxes, barrels, crates, things like that. Looks like it's probably full of like kitchen supplies, fruit, veg, that sort of stuff.
Okay, I see the fruit and veg, and I'm going to take an apple and start eating the apple.
That's fine. Yeah, take the apple, eat the apple. Absolutely fine.
Yep. And then
Not poison, don't worry.
Roll a constitution.
Yeah,
want to
you should say it was a poison apple all along. Ah.
I want to see if I can find any alcohol.
Do an investigation.
That's an 18 plus 1, I think. So that's 19.
Yeah, so you find sort of like a wine rack full of wine, and there's a few bottles of spirits also in there.
Okay. I want to take 2 of each bottle. I'll take 4 bottles of. So 2 bottles of wine, and then 2 bottles of, say, like whiskey or scotch or something.
Yeah, well, yeah, so sort of grain alcohol, whatever it is, vodka.
And then I want to walk back to the barracks.
Okay, so you're back off to the barracks. Absolutely fine.
Yep.
We'll go back then to Fuego, see what he's been up to.
Fuego is going to, through the message that we've got going, ask where the book room was.
Cool. I can direct you to that.
So the reading room where they're next to where the 2 others are, yeah?
Yep, so I'm just going to follow Riv's directions to the reading.
We'll have to tell her not to come in yet, though, because they are currently...
They're currently in there with Mr. Goldsmith and some guards. I mean, you could go in if you want. You could explain it, if you can explain away your reason for being in his house, because he won't know who you are. But I mean, you're obviously more than welcome.
No, go on, I'm going in.
Cool. Yep. So you go in, you walk in, and you just walk straight into this sitting room where you see Riv and Haleman stood together, opposite Riv and Haleman. You've got a human male, very well dressed, flanked by 3 guards and somebody that looks sort of like a servant. He's not armed, he's just, a human male stood there, well dressed, looks butlerish.
Mm-hmm.
And you walk in, what do you do? What do you say?
Do I recognise any of the guards? Are any of them the gate guard?
No, none of these are the gate guard. He's still out. He went off outside.
Gate
he was,
guard, yeah.
He was off outside somewhere.
Okay. So I'm going to put my head through the door. I'm going to say, pardon the intrusion. By any chance, are you Mr. Smith?
First name Gold.
Mr. Goldsmith. So yeah, the person that was addressing Riven Haleman's obviously got to look up in your direction and go, "Yeah, I'm Mr. Goldsmith." And then we're going to have to freeze there, unfortunately, because we're not ready for any story advancement until either the whole party is together or is off busy doing something else. So before we get to that, we'll cut back to Voltaire. What's Voltaire doing at the moment? So at the minute, we've got Fuego, Riven, Haleman all talking to Mr. Goldsmith, and Henrek's buggered off back outside with a load of booze to the barrack.
Yeah.
Presumably trying to get the rest of the guards drunk, but we'll cross that bridge in a minute.
Molotov.
I've forgotten what I am to a degree.
So you went off down the corridor to the left of the stairs. You bumped into Henrek briefly,
Yeah.
but said nothing. So you're still in that sort of corridor there.
Right, I'd like to go right to the bottom of that corridor, see if there's only any door there. Go through that one.
Sorry, I missed that entirely. It cut out for a second.
I'd like to go to the end of the corridor.
Yeah.
And go through that door if there is one there.
So from where you've gone through on the left, you've come into the corridor. On the right-hand side is a door. On the left-hand side, down the corridor is another door, and then it banks off to the right towards the back of the house.
I'll take the one on the left.
So directly on your left, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So you walk in. You're just walking straight through the door, yeah?
Yes.
you walk straight into the reading room. So you're coming up behind Mr. Goldsmith and his 3 guards.
See if there is any more. See if there is any more story you want to do. Charge on. Like, I'll just listen.
So yeah, you've walked into a room, and on your left is a wealthy, well-dressed-looking man and 3 guards. Are
So,
you
hang
going
on.
to? Yep.
Sorry, spatially, I'm just trying to get my head around that. So, what's happened? So I thought Henrik was going outside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No, this
I'm
isn't
going
Henrik.
outside.
This is
Oh,
Voltaire.
Voltaire, right. That's why I got very confused.
No, Henrik is outside.
Yep.
Voltaire is just walked into the reading room.
Because he's gone up the left corridor that's come round to the other door of the reading room.
Yeah, so if you think about it in sort of like this shape,
Mm-hmm.
so you've all gone in on the left and into this room here.
I've got kind of the reading room there, and there's like goes round to that corridor where
Yeah,
the
it'll go.
staircase is.
Yeah, and it's but he's
It's a
sort
bit
of
wibbly
behind
wobbly.
the staircase. Yeah, it's hard to explain. In fact, have I still got the map? I'm not messing about with that now. Remember the Melkor Mansion bit where there was the stairs that went up onto the balcony up top, and then there was the corridor that looped round the back.
Yeah.
It's something like that in shape, but there's rooms off the sides and stuff. Right, okay. So you've just walked into this room. 2 of the guards. In fact, just do a stealth check just to see if they hear you come in the room for me.
say that again, sorry.
Stealth check.
Stealth check just to see if they hear you. See if they hear you come in.
Where the hell? Oh, there it is.
Natural one.
15. Okay. Let me just check. What is there? +2 perception. So 8 + 0 + 2. Okay, yeah. So they don't actually hear you come in. So you've approached unheard. So you're currently stood behind them, whilst they're talking to everybody else. So you're listening to them. As you walk in, you hear Mr. Goldsmith look up and just go, "Yeah, I'm Mr. Goldsmith." So you've entered this room at the same time Fuego's come in from the other side, and you've sort of come in and heard him react to Fuego entering the room.
Yes.
So now everyone except Henrik is currently in the room with Mr. Goldsmith. So we will sort of resolve this bit now because the majority of the party are all in the same place. Yes, Scott. I would have given him the advantage if he'd failed, but his stealth check was high enough. It wasn't necessary.
I know. I just reminding you, just in
Yeah,
case he comes back through the room.
If he'd have rolled like a 1, I'd have been like, right, but you'll have advantage because you're invisible currently.
Just looking after my boy.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
My
I
Witcher
remember
boy.
the rules. He says, having forgotten that he was invisible. That's fine. Right, so we'll smash cut back to then the most recent thing happening, which is so Riv, Hailman, and Fuego do not know that Baltair is in the other room, unless he's communicated it via this group message that's going on. Maybe he wants to keep it to himself so that they don't start looking in his direction and giving him away or whatever. But let's say for the moment they don't know that he's there. So as Fuego enters the room, the noble, well-dressed man looks and goes, "Yeah, I'm Mr. Goldsmith. Who are you?"
Oh, I do apologise. I'm Fuego. I helped bring these children here. I was wondering if I could have a little chat, man to man.
It depends a chat about what. I was told that there was a short, gnome-looking woman that had brought in an orphan and needed to get the usual orphan stipend, because I give a reward to anyone that brings me a child which is either not wanted or abandoned. So you over there, you must be the gnome woman. So here's your gold, and he just flicks a gold at you, like towards you, which I assume you'll just catch naturally. So there's your gold. So that's the usual. You say you also brought this same child in.
Oh, I'm not here for your gold. I'm not here for your gold. It's okay.
So you don't want the reward for the orphan?
No, you put that towards the orphanage.
All right, fair enough. That'll buy them enough food to be going on with for the week, so I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now, if that was everything, I have a lot of things to be getting on with, so I'm just gonna
Just one quick thing before you go, though. I have to
go on.
apologise. I have to apologise to you, and I'm so sorry, but I need to get these children in here to you. So I might have used a little bit of magic on your gate guard just to let him open the gate. That's all. I'm really sorry. It was just me.
Well, I mean, why would he have not let you in anyway? If he's seen you come in with this small child, it's his job to let in people that bring small children.
I don't know. He wasn't up for opening the gate. He said you were busy and that nobody was to come in. And so I might have used just a little bit of a spell on him just so that he'd open the gate and let us in. I promise
Helmet,
nothing
can
else.
Helmet just shout out at the same time? He was a mean man
Well,
in his most childlike voice.
that don't sound like Jeeves. Bear with me one moment. And
No
he just
problem.
reaches in his pocket and he brings up what looks like a little gun and he just goes, and it's soundless. You don't hear anything. Just, he'll be here momentarily. We'll sort this out.
That's fine. I just had to tell you.
So then he just sort of waits patiently for a moment, and then you hear sort of the door open, and he walks in, and it's the guy that came to answer the gate. And he goes, "You summoned me, my lord?" He goes, "Yeah. These people here say you turned them away at the gate, said that I was busy, and were awfully mean and rude. What do you have to say for yourself, Jeeves?" Well, you see, my lord, they told me that they had 2 children, when one, in fact, was actually that gnome standing right there, pretending to be a child. Almost like they were maybe trying to fleece you for the additional gold for bringing 2 children in. I'm not rightly convinced that the other one's a child, but, I mean, he seems childish. He talks like a child. Probably a child. I don't know. Oh, all right, then.
If it's gold, I would have took the gold when offered, but I don't want the gold.
Well, that's true. You didn't try and take the gold, but why did you try and convince my god that that one there were a child in the first place?
Because they're siblings and we didn't want them to be separated. Like she's
Viv is going to look so pitiful. And
teenager.
she's going to be like, I'm not a child, but I'm not grown up.
She's technically a teenager, but they didn't want to be separated. And we thought that you only took small children here. That's why we only took the one. That's why she only took the 1 gold. I've not taken anything from you. We just don't want them separated.
As Fuego says that, Haleman's going to kind of like put his head onto Riv's shoulder and kind of try and cuddle up to her a little bit more as if he's like she's there to protect him.
Yeah, just roll persuasion, just to see how convincing you, because you're the one doing the convincing.
The mystery.
I'm going to use my bardic inspiration dice on that if I can.
We'll pretend you'd used one beforehand and let you use it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. What is it?
1d6 for bardic inspiration, I believe.
Oh,
Well, it seems a bit far-fetched, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm a caring geezer. I'm not the suspicious sort. If it's a family and they just don't want to be separated, I mean, who am I to split up a brother and sister? Whether she's a little bit older than what the orphanage normally caters for, I'm sure they could use a few new scullery maids or hot washers or summer. Give her some room and board. She can live in ours with her brother, and it'll all be fine. So,
You really are a good man.
there'll be no additional gold, obviously, because she's not a proper
No,
orphan,
not at all.
not a proper child. But I mean, I'll have a word with ladies down at the orphanage, and if she needs room and board and a little bit of a job, maybe get her a couple of silver a week for helping out, and she can live in there with her brother. I think that'll be fine.
Riv's going to look relieved and flick the gold piece back at him. Just to be like, thank you.
Immediately
just like,
catches it, like lightning fast reflex. Like that. Well, you didn't need to give it back, and I'll let you keep it. But I'll just put it again. I'll just put it towards the orphans, and they can have a bit of better supper. They can have a bit of that as well. I mean, we give them plenty. They're not living on fucking porridge, oats, and gruel. You know, they live almost better than I do. Fucking like royalty down there. Not satin sheets or nothing, but you know, I try and do my best by them. There's a lot of orphans around here, and I've only got so much money. Don't help that people keep trying to nick it, eh?
As he's saying that, can Heyman say, he's be like, well, before we go to the orphanage, I've never seen a house like this before. I'd love to see more of it. Could you give us a tour, Mr. Goldsmith?
Yes, please.
Woo! I don't see no harm in it. I think I could give you a little bit of a tour around. Yeah,
Some of your stuff is so pretty.
I am due to go out and see the new guard. Apparently, we've had a new guard that I've been told about that I need to go and talk to. Maybe you guys come with me while I go have a quick word with him, and then I'll give him a once around and all, and you can all have a tour at the same time. How's that sound?
That sounds
That
wonderful.
sounds brilliant.
You're just as wise as everyone said you were.
Thanks, Mr. Goldsmith.
Golly gee!
Bring the party back together.
I'm just going to pick up a book and say, do you mind if I have a flick through this while we're walking around? I'll hand it back, but I won't take it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. In fact, I've got that book 3 times. You can have it, love. It's fine.
Oh, thank you. So I've got myself another book to read.
Yeah, he just gives you a book. He's got more books than he could ever possibly need. So yeah, he just gives you a book.
Yeah,
right. So we'll smash cut to. He sort of, you all march outside and you head out towards the grounds, and he heads off towards the barracks. Before you get there, we'll cut back quickly to Henrik, who has gone back to the barracks with a load of booze, not knowing that Mr. Goldsmith is on his way to investigate the barracks because meta. What's Henrik doing with all this booze that he's taken back to the barracks?
Plant it on Jeff. Plant it on Jeff.
So, I'm imagining, right, that I've just walked in, but they're still coming around, yeah?
Yeah, so they're currently having this conversation.
Right,
While
yeah,
this conversation is happening, you're back at the barracks.
Cool. So, I'm going to walk in, and... just trying to get to do this.
Right.
So I'm going to
have a quick thing. I really desperately need a wee. So have
that's
a
fine,
quick
that's fine,
thing.
that's fine.
Even discuss amongst the 5 of you, maybe how you want to handle it, and I'll be back in literally 45 seconds.
Okay, I can't. That is a good idea.
We've got an hour. We have to get this done.
Problem is though, right? I can't plant the booze on Jeff because there's more people in the room.
Just bring it in and just say, look what I found outside.
Yeah.
And try and get them all to drink it and get some banter going, get some laughs going.
Yes.
I don't know if we're supposed to have this or not. I'm the new guy. I don't know the rules, but I figured we were allowed to have a drink, right?
I found them out. I found them stored outside the kitchen. Did someone leave them, or were they abandoned? Not that you stole it, because if they think you stole, no hands.
As we're walking around though with Mr. Goldsmith, Hailman is going to be very loud and very childlike and be like, "Oh wow, Mr. Goldsmith, this is really good." Just because he knows Henrik is somewhere, so it's his way of hopefully giving him a heads up before he sees him. He can hear us.
Maybe
also, what the fuck?
Maybe you should also be like, "Wow, you're so rich. I bet you've got tons of treasure and some gold and a crown and a throne."
And a big golden finger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so before Henrik gets to the actual door, I'm going to stop and I'm going to have a wee moment to myself, and then I'm going to think instead, I'm going to then turn back and go towards the main entrance as if I'm going to meet you on the way.
So you're metagaming away from giving the booze to all the guys.
No.
But you've still got booze in your hand, though.
Yeah, you've still got 2 bottles of whiskey and 2 bottles of wine. So he's gonna know. He's gonna know you've been in his house, been in his kitchen, and raided his drink supply.
Not yet. It doesn't, unless it says Mr. Goldsmith's on it, then yeah, sure. But
right we were on the way yet. We're still having that conversation with him.
Yeah. Did you investigate the booze to find out whether it does say Mr. Goldsmith on it? Maybe it's a special brand of wine only he can afford. You don't know.
In that case, I'm going to plant the booze in a bush near me.
so much metagaming.
Yeah.
It's like, now that I've heard all it, it's like I'm gonna have to start like sectioning out people that aren't currently in the conversation, so that they don't know what's happening to avoid them changing their minds on what they want to do.
I'll explain later. But yeah, I'm going to plant the booze. I'm going to plant the booze. I'm going to plant the booze in a bush.
Right, okay. Well, I'll let it go purely because we're just after 10 and I kind of want to get something done tonight more than search 12 rooms.
Yeah, so I
Right,
planted
fine.
the booze
Right,
and then I'm
you've
walking
planted the
around.
booze and you're going to head back towards the main house, right?
Yep.
Okay, so what we'll have happen then is as you're heading back towards the house, you see the door opening, and then from the door opening, you'll see, three people that you do recognise, presumably being tailed by an invisible Voltaire at this point because he knew what was happening but was not actively a part of the conversation because he was in the other room listening in. Yeah, figured you'd be there as well. That's fine. And you see them sort of approaching with a very well-dressed nobleman that you recognise from the picture that you saw inside. So you know that is Mr. Goldsmith, and you recognise him from his portrait that you saw.
Now that we can see Henrik, can I add him to the group chat?
Yeah, now that you've seen him and you know where he is, you can also talk with him, yeah.
And I'm just going to be like, you don't know us, you don't know us, you don't know us, you don't know us!
And I'm gonna reply back saying, "Yeah, I know, I got
But then she'd be like, hi!
it." I'm gonna walk up to Mr. Goldsmith, not pretending. Actually, I'm gonna walk up to him with a hand out for a handshake and say, "Mr. Goldsmith, I presume."
Yeah, that's me. You must be the new guard that I've been hearing about that's joined the ranks. I heard there was a barbarian walking around with a great axe on his back. Nice to see that they've clothed you, because, as much as I like everyone to be themselves around here, we got to have some sort of decorum. So the uniform, unfortunately, is a prerequisite.
It's a little tight, but I'm happy to be part of something again. I used to be part of the Firebeard clan in the north, and we used to just obviously the tartan kilts and the leather braids and stuff, whatever. But yeah, I'm happy to be part of something again.
It's a leather boy.
Well, you're welcome. We're glad to have you. We occasionally do need some new guys, so it's got to be filling the hole, so to speak. And he'll shake your hand and just be right. I was giving these two youngsters here a tour of the manor because they wanted a quick look around before we ship them off to the orphanage. And as you're new, I figure it'd do well to give you a once around and all in case you get put on house duty and you need to know where you're going and what you're looking for.
I would be happy to accompany you, Mr. Goldsmith.
All right, then, let's go. So he lets you inside, and he takes you on a tour. He shows you to all of the places you've already seen, the kitchen, the dining room, not so much the storage cupboards, because he's not going to give you a tour of those. He points out the rooms you shouldn't go in because of traps and things that he keeps his secret valuables and stuff in that you've already seen. He points out a few others along the way that you've not been in, and says, make sure you avoid these rooms. I'll keep some valuable items in there, and there's some traps, and we don't want you getting yourself burnt in fire or stabbed with poison or nothing. Obviously,
You've
this
got
don't
all
apply
these
to
traps. You must have something really, really magical in there. Is it a unicorn?
Hailman will turn around and say, "Shh! He's so rich, he must be a king."
Well,
Have you got a throne?
I don't have a throne.
And
no.
piles of treasure.
I have a crown, and I've got a lot of treasure.
Is it shiny?
It's very shiny, but I don't keep it in these rooms. That'd be silly, because anyone can wander in here. What if I get a guard that's not too happy with his pay, even though I'm a generous boss? If he's not too happy, he might go looking to steal me treasure. So I keep it in the vault.
Oh, you're so clever, Mr. Goldsmith.
So wise. And I bet you've got what else have you got in there? Is there a dragon guarding it? And a unicorn. I wish there was a unicorn. Are unicorns anywhere?
Nah, we don't have any unicorns, unfortunately. We don't have any dragons either. We've got some modest defences. I'll not say more than that because you never know. You never know. I won't go into much more detail than that. But there's a vault. The vault is well protected, and it's well hidden. So
In this place, this is like a bank.
I'm going to grab Mr. Goldsmith by the arm and just say to him, without earshot of the kids, where is the bank, just in case I need to protect it, sir?
if you were on vault duty, I would tell you where the vault was. At the minute, you're on grounds duty. You've not even been promoted to house yet. So I will thank you to get your end off me arm, or I'll have the rest of me guards see to you, and you'll be on your way out.
Sorry, sir. I just wanted to clarify my position. I understand. And I do like
I'll
a small
clarify your
bow.
position for you if you ever think to fucking touch me again. It's like he
And then I
lets
just
his
do a
polite
small bow.
mask slip ever so slightly and gets a little bit aggressive for just a moment, and then
Did we
snaps
hear
back
this?
to being like, no, he said he wanted to do it out of
Yeah.
earshot, so yeah, nobody else has overheard this.
I was just going to start crying as soon as he started swearing. That was all.
Yeah, no one's over. He sort of grabbed him to one
Yeah.
side, so his mask drops, and then he just snaps back to his instantly polite self. Like, anyway, as I was saying, yeah, we've got a vault. The vault's well protected. Don't worry, you'd never find it, because well, you'd never have any need to. You're not after me treasures, are you? You're just a couple of wee nippers that are looking for a place to live, and a guy that, for some reason, asked me where my vault was because apparently he wants to look after it. But you know, you got to be suspicious. Constantly having people trying to rob us, and you know, I
That
don't
must
trust
be
anyone.
awful.
Well, it's not the best. It's not the best.
I would protect you if I could, Mr. Goldsmith.
Me too.
Yeah, well, you're only nippies, aren't you? Anyway, that sort of sums up the tour. So we've been through the 4 floors. You know, we got all bedrooms on the top, everything else. You know, so yeah, you've seen all the major points. You've seen all the major bits. So yeah, that's everything. Anything else I can be helping you with before I send you on your way? I assume, yeah, everybody was together, apart from Invisible Voltaire that's travelling along invisibly behind.
So I'm going to challenge him to, just so you know, I happen to know quite a good team. And if you do ever need any help or if you are having problems with people trying to rob you, we're always available to help.
Well, my guards and my defences have always proved sort of convincing enough, but we'll see. You never know. Anyhow, how did you lot hear about this orphanage scheme anyway? Because you don't seem local. You all seem like you've come from elsewhere. Who told you that I take in orphans?
Everyone talks about you.
Village. We were passing through the village when we got attacked. We saw these youngsters. We decided to help them as they were being attacked, and we didn't know what to do with them. But everybody speaks so highly of your reputation. We thought there couldn't be anywhere safer than with you.
And I heard of your business on the road, just Your Majesty. Your kind sir.
No, it's just I've had a bit of bother with the local thieves trying to set people on robbing me. They reckon I've got this magic crown that's supposed to be all powerful.
Magic crown?
Keep
Is that
sending
even
people
real?
round trying to rob me. It's like, well, if it was real, hypothetically, and it was in my vault, which may or may not be underground, why would I tell people about it, and why would I publicise it, and why would some random thieves in town know about it?
Mr. Goldsmith.
I can get my team to investigate that for you if you want. You don't even have to tell us where the crown is. But if it helps, we can look into that on the outside. You have your guards protecting you in here. We can look into that for you on the outside and report back with anything.
And then I'm going to stand next to Fuego and say, I will assist this one if you wish this, sir. I understand the way of clearing out, if you get my understanding.
Hey, I mean, I turn around and say, you kill rats?
And I'm going to be like, big rats.
I'm just going to pat him on the head and say, don't worry. You don't have to tell us any information about your safe, your vault, or where it is, or anything like that. But if you want our help, if you want us to investigate the outside your gates, we'll do that for you and report back.
Can everybody apart from Baltair, who's currently still invisible and hidden, and nobody knows he's there. I'm going to say that will run out shortly because it'll have been at least an hour soon. And invisibility only lasts an hour. We'll say most of this has happened within an hour, so shortly that will be running out, and you will appear. So should we assume that he's hidden somewhere just out of sight, so he doesn't just go clink and just appear?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to have to say this. Does that also apply to disguise self?
Disguise self does only, I believe, last an hour, so you will shortly turn back into your normal selves. Yes.
Shit.
You might as well hope with that.
But everyone just roll persuasion for me to see if he's buying this story from every single one of you, apart from Baltair.
Just so I know what I've got. Shit. I rolled an 11.
Okay, right. He also did roll a nat 20.
No. For
Good
like
lad.
an insight.
Yeah, I'm counter rolling with insight, so let me just check what his mod is for that. This lock. Right, you're not going to believe it.
Don't say
What's 6?
Insight is wisdom, right?
Yeah.
He rolled a 20. His wisdom mod is +2. And he has +4 on insight. Because I'm rolling him with the noble stat block, so he has +6, and he also rolled a 20, so it matches what Fuego rolled. I can show you all if you don't.
No.
I believe
You
you.
can even check on the compendium.
No.
But anyway, so he's gonna. You know what? This all just seems a little bit too convenient. Guards! And he snaps his fingers, and literally out of every door, just guards come pouring out. And there's probably about 20 people now stood there aiming weapons at you.
I'm still looking into why. What have we done? We're not here to take anything.
At this point, Henrik's got his hands up.
We're just offering to help.
I was not born yesterday.
Well,
He's fucking sent you, any. He sent you it. Fucking Travernicus has sent you to steal this fucking crown that he thinks that I've got. Fucking bastard brother of mine. Trying to get people to fucking rob me every single fucking day just because he's sad that the fucking family cut him out of the will and now he's set up his fucking thieves guild and he's constantly trying to fucking test me. I've had enough of it.
I've got an idea. Riv's going to look at him and go, do you not like your brother?
That prick's been a thorn in my side every other fucking week.
Would you like to get back at him?
Week, I've got thieves throwing themselves at me walls. I'm having to spend a pissing fortune on guards every fucking other day because they keep coming and killing the ones that I buy. It's not enough that I've got an orphanage to run. I'm building schools. I'm keeping the fucking town maintained. My dad didn't like him. He cut him out of the will because the fucking cunt poisoned our mother.
What?
And now he's constantly trying to get people trying to rob the joint. And I've had enough. I don't even have a crown. What's he promised you? Why are you here? What has he offered to fucking give?
At this point, Henrik takes his axe out. But wait, just before... No. Wait. Henrik takes his axe out and just lays it on the ground as if, right, I am not going to start anything. Just, yeah. And then...
Riv's just going to look at him and just go, do you want to get back at your brother?
I wish the cunt would just fuck off and die. I've had enough. It's hard enough trying to maintain a fucking upright society. I've got my orphanage to look after. I've got all these fucking nippers that I'm trying to take care of. And that bastard every other fucking Tuesday sending cunts to try and steal my gold. And I've had enough.
I'll do it for you.
Why don't you let us steal something from you? And then we can give it him, and then he'll fuck off.
What exactly is it that he's asked you to steal?
I have no idea who he is.
Yeah, only Riv and Henrik met him, so yeah. It's like they've been filled in on the details, but I've never met him.
Riv's gonna message at Henrik and be like, "Do we just come clean? I reckon we can. I reckon we can.
Come clean.
I reckon we can. We can play them against each other."
Or, and I know I feel like we're just going back in ourselves here. I'm going to offer to go and just wipe out the Thieves Guild.
Are we all in this message, or is this just to Callum? I mean, just to Henrik?
Oh, I think the way it's working is we're all in it.
We're all in it, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm going to turn and say, well, if you're going to come clean, remember, we just found you on the street, so it could just be you two that were sent in.
True.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
So,
I don't like
so
this.
Herman's going to be like, if he can send a reply, just be like, so we're not going to say he's got our family captive and force us to come here against our will,
Oh,
like we said.
I think we should.
Yeah, go.
Yeah. So everybody's going to be like, yeah, he wants your crown.
That
He's-
bloody idiot.
He's
I
threatened.
don't
He's
even
threatened
have
our
a crown.
He's threatened our families. But if we had something that was like a crown, we could give him and curse it, and then maybe he'd leave you alone. If we were to deliver him something, he would feel he'd accomplished something and leave you alone.
Whilst I appreciate the idea, though, he's been trying this for 5 fucking years.
Then we just need to give him what he wants.
But I don't have what he wants. He's after a crown that he was absolutely convinced that our dad had and kept hidden from us and that he thinks I've inherited. But it don't exist. He's absolutely convinced that it's there, and I just don't. If I had it, I'd give it to him, and I'd tell him to fuck off.
Can I roll an insight as he's saying that, just to see if he's telling the truth?
Yeah,
I've just clicked onto something. Yeah. 18.
18, just to see whether he hasn't got a crown, like he's saying he hasn't got one.
Okay, well, I mean, he did say that he had a crown.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have, so you know that when he says, I haven't got a crown, that he does have a crown, because he
But not
did admit
the
to having a
crown.
crown. Yeah, but I mean, whether or not you interpret that as he doesn't have the crown that his
brother
is
wants.
looking for,
Yes.
you're not 100% sure. So you know he's got a crown because he said he's got a crown, and he seems to be truthful in what he's saying. But it's hard to tell whether, because it could be a veiled lie. Because when he's saying he hasn't got a crown, obviously he does. But does he have the crown? Is the question really, and it's hard for you to tell.
Well, if you've got a crown, just give him a crown.
We could always try and find you the crown.
What did he tell you that this crown looks like? Because I swear, the description changes with every band of fucking thieves we drive out of this place.
I wish I could remember.
I took precipitation to get myself a mirror and a comb, and I'm just like staying out of the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely fine. Look, the only way that I can see me being shut with this guy is if you just... I mean, what did he offer you? What are you here for? I mean, I know you say he's got your family, but there's always something. People don't go to the Thieves Guild by choice. I appreciate that. They usually go if they want something. And I don't think you're being entirely truthful. Now, my gate guard says you lied before about being a child, so I don't know whether I trust you now. So, if he's offered you something, if you're here for a reason, and you're here to fleece me because you're looking for something for him, this crown that he's convinced I've got, what has he offered you for it?
He said he'll find out who stole everything from me.
We had a friend who was a great warrior, and he had a famous sword, and it's been stolen from us, and he offered us passage on a ship to find the people who have stole from us. We wish nobody any harm. We're just trying to find the heirlooms that have been stolen from us.
Someone took our family, and then someone took all that we had left of our family.
Our memories.
Well, I'm a wealthy man. I can help you. I can give you the resources that you need. And give you a ship. You can cross the ocean. Give you a boat. As a bet,
What
instead
do you
of
want in
rubbing
return?
me, do away with my brother.
Just to clarify, what way would you like us to?
You can kill him. You can convince him to fuck off somewhere else. I don't really care. I just want the arsehole gone.
When you said, when you said you can kill him, Henrik picks up his axe, going, "As a matter of fact, I'm actually very good at that proficiency."
Rev is just going to look down for a moment, and then she's going to think of everything that was stolen from her, and this guy's offering passage, and she's feeling a bit antsy because she hasn't stolen anything yet, and then she's just going to look up and go, "Okay."
Can everybody? What I'm going to say now. I'm going to say disguise self is wearing off, and also is invisibility now. So Baltair has become visible, but he's just out of earshot and sight. Like you're in earshot, but out of sight. So can make himself known. Haleman is starting to turn back into a bearded halfling as well, and Riv is starting to become more
She grows like
adult looking.
an extra like half a centimetre.
Few inches, yeah.
Can I spot this and cast invisibility again on them?
Well, you could cast it on one of them.
No, I'll leave them be.
Yeah. So that's all starting to wear off. So, can everyone quickly roll perception for me?
16.
I think that's the first time I've rolled above a 10.
18.
Okay. So the rest of you are quite, still pretty busy just having your chat and your conversation. But Baltair, whilst hitting out of sight a little bit further back, close enough to hear you guys, hears a in the background, kind of like an alarm's going off. Now, nobody else seems to have heard it yet. I'm just going to roll for... Mr. Mr. Goldsmith's too busy talking as well. Baltair, you have heard what sounds like an alarm ringing in the distance.
Okay, I'm going to communicate with the rest of the group and tell them what I can hear. So, sounds like an alarm going off in the house, well, in the distance. What do you want to do?
Cause a
At this
riot.
point, I'm gonna look at Mr. Goldsmith and say to you, do not ask how I know this. Just trust me, please. Understand this. Your alarm is going off right now. We can help you get the people that are called.
Unless he's set the fucking alarm off.
Did you just say there's an alarm? There's an alarm. Oh, you fucking idiot! He sent you in here as a fucking distract. He's raiding me.
Oh no!
He's after me, fucking And he like brings out a whistle and silently blows on it. And the entire compound has been alerted to the fact that the manor is now under siege.
Like proper under siege. There's a fight going on now.
There's somebody trying to raid the place. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So, what do you want to do? Having like he's like, we're under fucking attack, and he turns around and just legs it himself. He's off in the distance.
So is it just all of us in the compound? Is it just all of us
you're
in the
now
group?
just there, and he's fucked off somewhere to do something, but you don't know what.
I'm gonna look at the other as if to say, like, should we go? Should we help?
Is all the guards went with him as well?
There's a few of them stood blocking the corridor, so you can't chase after him while he goes off to do whatever he's doing. You can try and negotiate your way to help. But what do you want to do? Like
I'm gonna look at the guards. I'm kind of gonna look at everyone else, thinking we can help you here. We can help you stop this raid. You just have to trust us. And then, as I say that, I'm going to grab the leather and Hulk Hogan literally just bang. Revealing
right. So who wants to
Leroy Jenkins.
Who's tailing after Mr. Goldsmith?
Yep.
Heyman will say, "This is our best chance to get a ship. We need to help."
Yep.
So everyone is chasing after Mr. Goldsmith.
Yep.
I'm going to stop with the guards, and I'm going to help them stop the raid.
So you're staying there to guard this corridor.
No,
And
I'm going.
maybe going off and doing other things first, but everybody else is
Yep.
going to follow Mr. Goldsmith.
I'm
Right,
gonna look
okay.
at. I'm gonna look at Baltier as like another fighter and say like, you stay with me.
That's
Unless
fine.
he wants to do that, whatever the things are.
Do you want to stay? Do you want to go? Like, what's happening? Are you staying or going?
I'm staying. Someone needs to keep him out of trouble.
Right, okay. Is Fuego going with Riven Helmin after Mr. Goldsmith?
Yeah.
Right, okay. We'll cover you guys first then. So you chase after him, follow him. He sort of makes a beeline and he's spiraling up like a spiral staircase, all the way up to the 4th floor at the back of the house.
As we're running, Riv's just getting older and older as the things
Yeah, as the disguise wears off, they're getting bigger and bigger as they walk up. Yeah, so you sort of trail him up, and you get up to the top of the stairs, and you see him sort of beeline into a room on the right. You follow him in there. You turn around. Why are you following me? What are you doing? Are you helping? What? Like, what's going?
You was good to us, sir. Now it's our duty to be good to you, and we're here to
I
help.
need to mend the defences, and you sort of just see him approach what looks like a bank of controls, like levers and switches, and he just starts flinging switches and levers and stuff.
Ooh, what does this button do?
In the background, you just hear various like explosions starting to go off, and like lightning crackles, and like lots of screams and shouts. Like it's almost like he's throwing up levers and switches that control the outer defences of the complex.
How are like the guys outside doing? Itachi and Cypher and Erion.
Well, as they're not here, you don't know. They're off busy doing other things, and I will decide that depending on how the rest of the last half an hour of this goes and what they've been up to and stuff like that.
Can Hailmin, while we were running up the stairs, he's going to be sort of telepathically telling Aldeon to start making his way back to Hailmin.
Yeah, that's fine. You can.
And then once we're there, can he say, how can we help? Where do you need us?
Where do you want us?
Well, they've breached the outer gate and they're in the perimeter. They're in the grounds. It's the first time they've ever got in because normally we've been vigilant, but I'm too busy fucking showing you idiots around that he's distracted me, any, and that's why he sent you in here. He was expecting you to fucking distract me, and now I'm caught here with fucking head between my legs, licking my own asshole, and I don't know what's going fucking on.
We'll find him.
Tell us where you need. Tell us where to go, and we will go and do our best.
Well, from here, I can control all of the outer defences of the house. So, I can stop any more getting in the vicinity now that they're inside. I can stop anybody else coming in from outside. Anyone that's already in needs to be killed, neutralised, or convinced to fuck off. So that's what I need you lot doing. I need you clearing the fucking grounds. Now, I've checked my surveillance equipment. And from what I can gather, there's about 15 of them have made it into the complex, including fucking Trevernicus. This is the first time in 5 years that he's managed to get inside. Now, I'm not saying I hold you lot accountable. It's not your fault. You didn't know what was going on. You were hoodwinked. You were fandangled. Right? It's not your fault. I'm true to my word. I'll help you whatever way I can. Whatever way I can. If you can help repel this attack and get them the fuck out of here.
Riv's going to look at him with as much sincerity as she can broadcast and just be like, damn, you are a nice guy, aren't you?
I try my best. It's not I'm looking after all. My mother and father died. They left me a fucking fortune. And I don't need it. So I built some orphanages. I built some schools. I just want to do right by the people. I live in the lap of luxury. The house is paid off. You know, I don't need all this wealth.
What do your brother look like?
A bit like me, only uglier.
That's fine. And what room did you see them in?
If you could describe to me...
Sorry, what did you say, Angela?
Which room did you last see them in on your surveillance?
Oh, no, I don't have video cameras. I can just hear what's going on. I've got, like, they convey messages through them. It's like listening ears. But
You don't know what room they're in?
No, they're not in the rooms. As far as I know, they haven't breached the house. They're just in the outside, as far as I can tell for the moment from here.
You're going to tell us where your vault is so we can make sure they've not made the way to it, because that's your treasure.
The vault is underground.
All that.
Did you get it outside the house?
Did you find the cupboard with the magic sleep box?
We've not looked around.
No, you do.
If you've not looked around, downstairs, not the kitchen and the dining room, but just up and to the left behind there, there's
Yep.
a cupboard. Inside, there's an ornate gold box. Don't open it. It'll put you to sleep.
Right, okay.
Underneath one of the barrels in that room is a switch. And if you press that, it'll open the door that gets you down to the vault.
I've turned and run out.
Hailman was going to ask him to describe the crown in as much detail because we may be able to make a
I
fake
don't
copy.
have a bloody crown.
No! Describe your father's crown in as much detail, my
He
friend.
wasn't royal. We've got bits of crown. Like, we've got other crowns that we've collected over the years as bits of memorabilia, but this fucking crown my brother wants doesn't bloody exist.
What does he think it looks like?
I don't know. It's always a different fucking description. I think he just uses it as a ruse to get people to try and break in here so that I can get distracted so he can break in because he wants the house. That's what he's after. He wants the family home. He wants the estate. He wants all the wealth and goods that we've got inside. He's not after a specific thing. He just wants me gone so that he can move in because he got Nat when our dad died.
Fine, Hailman's a bit fine. It's been a long time since I found another gentle soul, apart from my friends.
Riv looks around just like...
I will go and I will do my best to stop your brother. And Hailman will just start making his way down to where the guards were. And he's going to kind of stand in the grounds ready to help in any way he can.
Okay, so we'll cut to... so Fuego ran off to find the entrance to the vault, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll cut to Henrik and Baltair, who stayed with the guards. You and this troop of, we'll say, 10 guards just start pegging it down the corridor, down the stairs, outside into the grounds.
Yep.
You run out into the grounds, and it's just carnage. There's dead guards all over the place. There are a group of 5 thieves over... thieves, you know. There's a group of 5 enemies over to one side, fighting a couple of guards in uniform that look quite injured. There's a group of another 5 heading off in one direction to a different side. And there's 5 charging straight towards the main door towards you.
Where's Big Jeff?
Big Jeff is around.
Okay. I'm going to look... Yeah, that's a so I'm going to look around and I'm going to notice everything and then I'm going to look and I'm going to say, you ready for this?
Dance off!
Didn't quite hear you then, Alistair, but I assume you did. Yes. Yeah, born ready. There we go.
Okay. In that case, I'm then going to start shout. I'm going to say to 5 of the guards, run over there and help the ones that are injured. And then I want to make a quick check to see if I can see Jeff.
Yeah, just do a perception check.
Can both go? No, it's Baltair's going to do this. Well, that's a 15.
Yeah, so over to the right, where you saw a group of 5 enemies like heading off unopposed, just from round the corner, you see Big Jeff just come barreling round that corner and just sort of collide with all 5 of them. So he's taking on the group of 5 over to the right.
Okay, he's fine. In that case, I'm going to like ready myself at the main door and not let anyone in.
So you're bracing yourself for the 5 running towards the main door. Is Baltair bracing himself as well, or heading off in either direction?
I'm going to brace the door.
Okay, so again, blocking the door. So Riv and Hailman then heading down from upstairs. Were you going to head out into the grounds to also help repel the enemy forces?
I think Hailman was.
Yeah.
Hailman is.
So are they kind of on the outside of the house?
They're outside in the grounds, yeah. They've gone through the main doors. They're all out the front or heading round the sides. Yeah.
We've only seen a couple of rooms. Hailman is just going to head the way he came in and head to the front door.
Yeah.
Riv's going to do the same, but then run up the outside of the house.
So you're going to head out the front and then
Up
run
the house.
all the way up the house.
Not all the way up, but just enough to be out of slashing range, but still keep within ranged range.
Can I ask Riv before she does that? Like, tell me if you see Trevor. Keep an eye out for Trevor. If you see him, tell everybody using message
So
where
I'm
he is.
gonna be up the house, kind of trying to call point and use range
So sort of
stuff.
stood horizontally on the side of the house like that, and just
Yeah.
firing down.
Spider-Man pose. Spider-Man
Yeah.
pose.
Yeah, that's fine.
Spider Riv.
Fine.
Spider Riv.
Riv.
I assume that what Fuego is doing is heading towards where the vault is. Is
Yep.
it to guard the vault or to rob the vault?
No, I'm going to guard it, but I'm going to go into the vault and like guard it from the inside.
So gone, followed the directions. You've already got the magic sleep box, so you know that.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm just
So
like looking at the barrels to find the one. I'm going to go down.
Found the switch, hit the button, headed down the stairs, and you're sort of just stood guarding the door to the vault. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready in magic missile for if somebody comes down.
Okay, absolutely fine. Right, can everybody then roll initiative?
Yes, sir.
I imagine we're probably not going to finish this fight tonight, so.
But then maybe the other guys can join us from the outside if they see it all going on.
Potentially, yes.
God, I'm so slow.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, we all rolled 5s.
I rolled a
Shit,
nine.
it was
Oh,
so
you all
slow. It's so
right,
slow.
okay.
The survivors all rolled a 5.
Let me just work get these ones sorted. Plus 2. Okay, so 10.
Wait, did I get a +2? Did I get a plus anything for initiative actually? Hold on.
Yeah, you did dexterity modifier, so whatever your dexterity is, add that.
0.
Yeah.
Yeah. You already said earlier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll Big Jeff in as well. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Big Jeff's a new Steve.
Go,
So
Big
we-
Jeff!
Okay, Big
We could
Jeff.
take him as a recruit.
15.
So see how I said there's like I told 5 guys to run over to help those guards out. Is there still 5 with us? Yeah.
Oh yeah. So there's 5 guards currently with you.
Yep.
I'm not going to look.
Guards 1 and 2. So let me just roll the guards in as well. So they've got +1, so 2 and 16. 2 and 16. Okie dokie.
Sexy.
Excuse me. Let me just. So they've got 5. Working out the groups. Bear with me 1 second. 18.
Graham.
Yep.
See with my ready action, can I do that I entered rage during that or?
Rage is a bonus action, so you
Right,
can't
okay.
ready a bonus action as far as I can recall. Readying a turn uses up your reaction, so it's
Right.
usually something you can do in a response to something, or it can be something that'll be done. But you can't really ready yourself as such. You've ran out and you're running out into combat, so you're just sort of ready and prepared, sort of thing.
Yep,
if you know
that's
what I
fine.
mean, yeah. So let me just jot these down. I'm going to give him that, and they've got, I believe, that. Okay, right, we're all sorted. So, there's no surprises, no immediate anythings. The thieves, 2 of the thief groups rolled higher than everybody else for initiative, so they're going to go first. So, Baltair had a 12, yeah?
Yeah.
So, Val, 12, and then a 5, and an 8. So 8, 5, and 5. Riv is the first 5. Helm in the last 5. And Wiggle is 8. Okie dokie, I think I've got everything I need, so it's going to go in order. Thief group, guards, Big Jeff, thief group, and then then Baltair, then thief group, then Fuego, then Riv, then Helmin, then the other group of guards.
What about me?
Did I include you? What did you roll?
5.
A 5. Oh, so another 5. Okay, so 5.
Yeah.
High five, everyone.
If I
Okie dokie.
everywhere.
Okay, right. Let's crack on and try and get some combat in the last portion of this. So thieves are going to go first. So there's 5 in each group. Thief group 3, which are the ones fighting Big Jeff, are going to attack first. So
Go, Jeff.
they are
Go,
going
Jeff. Go,
You
Jeff.
can
All
do it,
make-
Jeff.
You can do it! Chop his fucking head off!
They're all going to make dagger attacks. So it's +4 to hit. So 1 hit, 2 hit, miss, hit, hit, and miss. Ooh, okay. So 3 of them hit. And they're going to hit for 1d4 plus 2, 6, 10, 14. Okay, Big Jeff has taken 14 points of damage.
Ah, shit. What is Big Jeff now that he's kind of on our side? Is he just like...
He's just a big man.
Big guy.
Right, okay.
He's just a big guy. He's nothing special. He's just a big hard guy. I made him quite tough, and yeah, that's done quite a bit of damage to him. Next up is Thief Group 2, who are fighting Baltair, Henrik, and the other group of 5 guards. So they're going to target the guards first and try and sort of thin the numbers. So hit, and miss. So 4 of them hit, and they hit for 6.
Nice.
3 and 6 plus. Plus 4, so 14 plus 26. 26 total for the 4 hits on guard group 2, so that is 29. So 2 of the guards have fallen dead, 1 is wounded, and 2 are fine.
Shit.
Next up is that guard group. So they are 3 of them left in that group. They are going to obviously fight back against the thieves. So they hit 4 plus 3. Hit. Miss. And they hit for 1d8 plus 1. Where's the d8? Where's the d8? There it is. 9, 4, and 3. So 7 and 9, 15. 15 against Thief Group 2. Okay, that's 65.
What did you do last night, Kath? Maths.
Math. It's because it's a big fight. I'm sorry.
I love
No,
it.
this is the kind of thing you want. We want big fights.
Collaborative maths. I mean, what's more rock and roll than that?
40-year-old me would be killing 28-year-old me.
So they have managed to injure 1 thief.
Oh, shit.
Kind of shitty guards then. No wonder they go through so many.
Exactly.
The more babysitters than guards.
But next up is Big Jeff. So
Go, Big Jeff. You can
is
windmill.
going to-
Come on,
Big
RNG.
Jeff is going to attack Thief Group 3. So crit and hit. So he multi-attacks with his
Oh my
great
God.
attacks.
Thank God I didn't fight him.
Roll me d12. Plus 4, so that's 12. Plus 6 is 18. Plus 14 is 22 from Big Jeff against Thief 3. So 68. So he's killed and then wounded one of the other thieves in Thief Group 3.
Brilliant. How many are in a group, sorry?
5.
There's 5 per group.
Cool.
Next up is Baltair.
Who's still standing?
So there is an entire group of 5 thieves fighting an entire group of 5 guards on one side, on the left.
Yep.
You're currently stood with Henrik and 2 full health and 1 wounded guards fighting 4 full health and 1 wounded thief. And on the right, you've got Big Jeff fighting 4 thieves, one of which is injured.
I'm going to go to the group that's in the middle of those two.
The ones that you're
The
fighting.
one that you're currently fighting, yeah.
Well, I've got this ability that I can do. It makes your life easy, Graham. Basically, I can use my attack with a melee weapon against all hostile creatures within my weapon's reach. If you do so, I make a single attack for the whole group. And I attack everyone in that group.
So anyone within 5 feet of you. So let's say from where you're stood, let's say you can hit 3 of them.
That's fine. Goes up to 20. That's my longest. Oh, fucking wrong. Oh no! It was an 11 plus 2.
11 plus 2, 13. Okay, that'll hit.
And what am I rolling? I am rolling my body feet. Fucking hell, let me set it.
If you're one-handing it, it's a D8, I believe.
Yeah, found me D8. That's a 7.
7 plus
2.
plus 2, so 9. 9, we'll say 9 to each, so 27 total. Knocks that down to 8.
Good.
Knocks Thief Group 2 down to 2 dead, 1 wounded, 2 fine.
Nice.
Yay. That's my attack action over.
Okay, next up is Thief Group 1, who are fighting the guards. I'm just going to roll once for all 5 because it's easier. So they're all going to hit, and they're all going to hit for 1d4 plus 2, 6 plus... That's 6 times 5 plus... Okay, so Thief Group 1, Guard Group 1 that went off to fight the thieves, not looking very good. Only 2 left alive. They've dropped 3 of them in that one attack.
So only 2 thieves left alive.
No, only 2 guards left alive. Thief Group
Even though
have killed 3 of the guards in Guard Group 1. Next up is Fuego.
I'm currently in the thing. I'm assuming, is anybody down there?
Not so far, no. You can do a perception to see what you can hear through a window if you want.
Yes, please.
Okay, you hear the sounds of battle and people dying, regardless of your perception check. It's like you hear a big angry fight going on. Roll 1 anyway, just in case for me. See what else you may hear.
Ooh.
9.
Ooh.
You just hear the sounds of battle raging outside.
That's fine. The door for this vault that I'm in,
Mhm.
is it like handle doors that are like cupped? Can I put my crowbar through it to stop anybody coming down?
The door to get into where you came from. So you came through a trap door underneath a barrel upstairs. So, would you be able to block the trap? Because it'll lift from a thing, wouldn't it? It wouldn't have a handle on the inside. You'd just push it up.
you would need to be
No.
in the
Yeah,
inside.
you can block it from the outside by like somehow sealing it shut. Do you have any sort of spell or anything that you could use to seal it shut?
I don't think so. No.
No. So yeah, unfortunately not then, no. There's no way to barricade it. If there's anything you can do to sort of reinforce your position, then we could look at that for you.
Well, while I'm down there, then I'm just going to have a look around at what there is.
Well, I mean, you're on the outside of a vault door, so...
I'm not in the vault.
No, you come through a trap door that leads to the vault, but you're outside of the vault. You've not just walked down into the vault. That'd be a pretty shit vault if all they've got to do is find a trap door and then they're in the vault. Yeah, no, you're outside the vault, guarding the vault door.
Right, okay, and is it just like a little corridor thing that I'm in then?
It's sort of, like an antechamber. So you've got like a big vault door with a combination lock on the outside.
Yeah.
and you're stood on the outside of that in like a small sort of 5x5 room sort of thing. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Nothing much I can do at the moment then, unless I just start having a look at the vault.
You could start trying to crack the lock if you want. If you want to try and break in, you can start trying to break into the vault. But, I mean, you chose to run off to the vault when there's a big fight kicking off. That's not on me.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if you want to start trying to crack the lock, by all means, you can. Do you want to start trying and break into the vault?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a sleight of hand.
No.
Okay, that's fine. I've got. Don't worry, I've got a counter, and I'll tick off what you roll each time you roll for trying to break in. So that's fine. Is that it for Fuego for now? Then, yeah.
Yep, unfortunately.
Okay, Riv hanging off the side of a building.
Can I identify where this Trevor bloke is?
You can do a perception to see if you can spot him.
Where's my mouse gone? Perception. No.
You do not see him.
In that case, am I near the group of the guards versus the thieves? Thief
You're
group 1?
No, they're off to one side. You are above Thief
Yep.
Group 2, who are fighting Henrik, Baltair, and Guard Group 2.
And there's 2 thieves left, isn't there?
There are in Thief Group 2, yes, there are 3 thieves, 1 injured, 2 dead.
Okay. Can I shoot firebolt at one of the thieves, please?
Yeah, absolutely fine. I'm not asking for targets on this. They have a health count, and as their health depletes, one of them will die. Because it's easier than saying which one of the 5 do you want to aim at.
Yeah.
So 20 will definitely obviously hit. Yeah. So
10.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Nice.
You drop 1, and the sort of fire splash damage wounds another.
Nice.
So yep, done some damage there. Is that everything for Riv for this turn?
Yep, that's everything.
Hailman.
So obviously Haleman would have checked if Trev was about anywhere, but he stood with Henrik and Baltair.
Yeah, you've come out the door, so yeah, you're sort of stood just on the
You're in the middle.
outskirts of that group. You're sort of stood just outside the door while they're tangling and scrapping with everybody in the middle. So yeah, you're just behind them.
So I think for the time being, I'm just going to throw a firebolt at one of them because my other one's a area of effect.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to stand back and 23.
Obviously will hit, yeah.
And that's an 8.
Okay.
Team Firebolt.
Team Firebolt.
Okay, so yeah, the other one that was wounded looks a bit more wounded. You've not quite managed to kill him off, but you've done some damage there. That's good.
And then can I maybe use my 6 seconds of talking to maybe just say to Henrik, like, do you think you should help the big guy?
Yeah, sure. You can say that to Henrik. Yeah. Henrik's up next. So what does Henrik want to do?
Henrik is going to take out a javelin. And
a regular javelin or his javelin of lightning?
His javelin of lightning. That's what I was going to say. I'm going to use the command word, have it. And then I'm going to aim it at the group closest. No. So I'm going to aim it at the group. Oh, no, I can't.
So you've got Thief Group 1 on the left, Thief Group 2 that you're fighting, and Thief Group 3 on the right.
And the one that's the guys with the least guards, I want to throw it at that one.
So that's the Thief Group that are fighting Guards 1. So yeah, that if you want to aim it at Thief Group 1. Yep. So we'll say they are lined up enough that you'd hit, let's say, 3 of the 5 of them, because it's in a line. So roll the attack for me. We'll just assume you're targeting the one at the back. Yeah.
That is Is it the score and then plus your strength?
Score plus strength for a javelin, yeah.
14.
14 will hit, yeah. So you hit the one you're aiming at, and it crosses. It crosses 2 and hits the third one. So you're hitting 3 of them. So roll your 4d6 for the lightning damage.
Okay, so that is 3, 5, so that's 8, 1, 9, 12 damage.
12. So 12 damage to the 3 of them is 36, and then roll your javelin, which is, I believe, a d6 plus your strength.
Okay, so that is 8.
8. So 36 plus 8, 44. Drops them to... You've managed to kill 2 and wound a third of Thief Group 1 in that attack. But that's the last time you can use your Javelin of Lightning until the next morning. So that's out of action now. Yep.
And then as my speech, I'm going to shout, Toby, dinner time!
Toby will just appear and just start chowing down on dead thieves in the background. Like he's just eating dead thief corpse over in the distance. Yeah.
And then I'm going to say to him, I'm just going to shout to him, no, eat the fucking live ones.
Next up is Guard Group 1, who are fighting with you. So we'll roll all their attacks at once. So 10 plus... What's there? Plus 1, 11. Ooh, so all 5 of Guard Group... well, not 5, sorry. I think 2 now left. Yeah, 2 now left of Guard Group 1. Both of them missed, so nothing for Guard Group 1. Then we're back round to the thieves. So the thieves that are fighting Jeff are going to... 9 plus... to hit plus 4... miss, so Big Jeff takes no damage. And
Go on,
Thief
big man.
Group 2 fighting everybody else have all missed because they all rolled a 1, so absolutely nothing done there. After them is Guards 2, who are going to hit. There are, I believe, 3 of those left. They're going to hit for a D8 plus 1, so where's my friggin' D8 gone? There it is. 5, so 1, 2, 3 times 5, 15. Against Guard 2 are fighting Thief Group. Guard Group 2 are fighting Thief Group 1, so they've hit for 15. So 31 left on them. Okay, they have managed to kill another of the thieves in that group.
You go, guys.
Next up is Big Jeff. Crit and a hit. So Big Jeff is kicking some ass, I'm not going to lie.
Big Jeff join the fam.
Big Jeff should.
Going to hit for 11 plus 14 plus 14, so 28 plus 11, 39. Big Jeff done another 39, so 20.
What is his weapon, or is he just using fists?
He's using a great axe as well.
Hey!
He's also a barbarian. But he's like, well, I'm using sort of barbarian attack stats and stuff, but class-wise, he's just a normal human. He's not like anything magic, but he uses a barbarian's weapon and modifiers and stuff. So 9 down. Okay, he has managed to kill another 2 from that group, so there's just the 1 left in that group for him. So yeah, Big Jeff's cleaving through these enemies on his side. Next up would be Baltair. Are we alive enough, all of us, like alert enough to finish this fight?
Yeah, let's finish this.
Can I have 45 seconds to quickly pee before I come? Baltair, roll your attacks and stuff to see what you're doing. I can quickly retcon it.
Well,
I really need a wee.
So,
if you need me to come out and fight, just shout me. Otherwise, I'm going to crack this safe and just get a crown. Nothing else. Just a crown.
Do we need a crown now, though?
Well,
for the guild.
What I'm going to do is, as soon as I can identify this Trevor dude, I'm going to cast sleep on him. So then we can hand him to his brother and be like, you can do what you want with him.
Yeah, I think we should definitely take him alive.
Yeah.
That was a good jump. If you need me, it's my eye.
What's the best that I come into contact with him first? Oh shit!
That's a twist.
I'll
That's a
just put
twist.
music box on him.
Yes.
Yeah, so just so I can fill everyone in as well. See, when I was doing the perception check in the photo, that's what it was. It was, and that I now know who Mr. Goldsmith was, but there was someone else in the photo that I recognised but couldn't remember who it was.
Who's
so now
the Trevor
that,
dude?
yeah, it was Trevor.
The Trevster.
Trevor. Shit, he took my ball. Ugh.
I've enjoyed this.
Yeah, this is like our first proper big battle.
Role play.
Yeah.
I mean, the combat's still there, but it's a lot more role play. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely loving it.
Complimenting your gaming skills, Graham.
Yeah,
Thank
loving
you.
it, loving it.
loving it, loving it, loving it.
Thank you very much. What's Baltair doing?
Oh, he's done exactly what he did last time, attacking the group.
Okay.
Okay, I rolled a 14.
Yeah, we'll hit.
Plus, oh, fucking hell. That's D8, D8, 2, that's 5.
So 5 damage to, again, we'll just say that you've hit, how many do we have left in that group? I think we only had 2 left in your group, so they're both, I think so. Let me just count this HP back down. Yeah, 1. Yeah, just 2 left. So 10 points of damage. Okay. Yeah, so one's looking okay, one's looking very, very unhealthy.
Well, like bad diet, unhealthy, or
More like,
He's made poor life choices.
he's made some very poor life choices to get stabbed in the stomach a lot, and his entrails are where his feet should be, and he's not looking good.
Yikes.
Next is the 1 who are attacking the guards, so there are just 2 of them left who are going to hit. And we're going to hit for 5, 6, 7, 10, 22. So group 1 are attacking guard group 2. So guard group 2 that went off to one side. Oh wait, no, 2 are the ones with you. Guard group 1 are the ones fighting the thief. Guard group 1 has folded. You just sort of see them get taken over by the couple of thieves that are left, who are now going to move across to thief group 2 that are fighting guard group 2 and Henrik and Baltair. So they're going to come and join them. Okay, so there's now we're back up to 4 of them. No, 3 of them, sorry. 3 of them. There was 1 left there. No, there was 1 and 1 very injured, wasn't there? And two have just come across, 1 and an injured. So you've now got 2 and 2 injured. So you've got 4, but 2 of them are injured.
Cool. And that's the group next to me and Baltair?
That's the one fighting you and Baltair, yeah. The thief group 1 over to the left is now gone, because they've come to join you guys.
Cool.
And next up is Fuego, who is again still down at the vault, so sleight of hand. Okie dokie, that's fine. You've managed to click 2 of the 4 tumblers that you can feel just from sort of touch. Like, it feels like you're probably about halfway through breaking in.
Okay, and then I'm going to look around, see if there's any of them surveillance that he mentioned, and just speak as if I'm speaking to Mr. Goldsmith through the surveillance thing, going, I could do with some help here. And then carry on just trying to crack it.
Okie dokie. I mean, if there was surveillance and he knew that you were trying to break into his vault, he probably wouldn't be trying to help you. Yeah, I know you're pretending that you're fighting. Yeah, I know. I was just joking. Next is Riv, I think. Hang on, let me just double check. Yes, Riv. No, Thief Group 1 joined Thief Group 2, so half of that is reducing it. Yeah, we'll stick to that. So we'll ignore those two. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go to Riv next.
I'm still on the lookout for Trevor.
Okay. Another
Trevor.
perception just to see if you can see him.
17.
Okay. So you, out of the corner of your eye, just see Trevor ducking in a side door into the building. So yes, you've seen him ingress. So he has entered the building itself.
I'm going to alert everyone and chase after him.
Okie dokie. So yeah, you follow the direction he went, or down and in, and then you're gonna
Down
try.
and in, so kind of the shortest
You've
route
been
possible.
told where the vault is, and you're pretty sure that's where he's going to be heading. So you're going to head off in that direction, yeah?
Yep, so I'm going to alert Fuego as well that Trevor's on the way.
Okie dokie, absolutely fine. Hailman.
He'll shout at Henrik and Baltair and be like, "Have you guys got this?"
Should have.
We've got this. Go and help, Rev.
And with that, he's just gonna kind of just turn and follow Riv as quickly as his little legs will carry him.
Okie dokie, so Hailman's off after Riv, absolutely fine.
While he's run, no, he'll just run at
Yeah,
the moment. Yeah, no,
All
no,
right,
yeah.
After Hailman is Henrik.
So I'm going to go towards the thieves that are trying to get in. And I'm going to great axe them. Oh, shit. Hang on.
Are you using a bonus action to go into ring?
Yeah. Of course. So that's a 3 plus 2 plus 4. So that's
3 plus 2 plus 4, 9. Yeah, 9 won't hit, I'm afraid.
okay. And in that case, I'm going to. Nah, there's not much else I can really do.
No, you've used your action and your bonus action.
Yeah,
until next level when you get extra attack and then you can attack twice per turn, yeah. So
I'm looking forward to that.
Done. Next up is Guards 1. Guards 1 died, so they're dead. So we go back to the top of the turn order. I'm just going to roll in Trevernicus, who is...
Oh, shit.
Just so I know where he comes in the scheme of things if he encounters anybody else, that's all. So next up will be Thieves 3 that are fighting Jeff. There are now 2 of them left, so 12 plus... What was the plus on the Thieves? Plus 4, 16 will hit, and they hit for 1d4 plus 2, so 3 plus 3, so 6 each, 12. Yep, so that's another 12 points of damage to Big Jeff. Big Jeff is looking a bit worse for wear, but not, he's looking like he's taken a bit of a beating, but not too ill. He's looking all right, but no, you can't. No.
I meant to do it before, but yeah, no worries.
You can do it on your next turn, on your way to where you're heading to.
No, I meant to do it last turn. That's what I was thinking of umming and ahhing about.
Thieves 2 are now back up to 4, so they're gonna roll. Yep, so they're all gonna hit. All 4, so they're fighting Baltair, Henrik, and I believe 3 guards.
3.
Yeah, they're gonna keep targeting the guards because they're the weaker of the 4 of you, and they're trying to kill off the weak ones first. So they are attacking 4, 6, 5, and 3. 14 plus 5 plus 2 plus 5, so 12, 26. They've killed another 2 of the guards and left one very, very injured. But that's all they've managed to achieve. They've not managed to kill them all off just yet. Next up is Big Jeff, who is going to take his multi-attack.
Yeah.
Miss and hit. So he's managed to hit just the once this time, unfortunately. But he's hit for 9 plus 4, 13. Manages to take out one of the 2 remaining guards fighting him, leaving just 1 behind. One of the two. One of the two thieves fighting him, leaving just one behind. Next up is Baltair.
Ali.
I am going to cast Ignite. So, from my first 10-foot cone of flame, this must make a dex saving throw.
So you cut out a little bit there. So dex saving throw. What's the DC?
12.
12.
Oh, plus 4. Not 12.
Yeah. So your DC is a fixed number. So DC of 12. Dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
And what's the range on it? So I just know how many I'm throwing.
It is. It's a 10-foot cone from me.
10-foot cone from you. So we'll say that'll hit all 4. So 1 fail, 1 success. Dex saving throw plus 2. 2 fails. 2 fails, 2 successes. So what's the damage?
1d10 on a failed save, half damage on a successful.
Okay, roll your d10.
That is a 3.
A 3. So 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2. So 3 plus 3 plus 4, 10. So 10 points of damage against Thieves 2. You've managed to kill one of them, so there's 3 of them left.
That's fine, and I've still got my longsword in my lower hand. So that's a bonus action.
Yep.
So that is a 7.
Plus.
Oh,
so 7 total. Yeah, the 7 total will miss, unfortunately.
Oh, damn.
That was quite bad.
So 7 total misses. Next up then is Fuego.
I'll do another sleight of hand. 16.
Okay, you hear the third tumbler drop, and you feel like one more go of it will probably get you inside.
Okay. I'm gonna use the group chat to speak to Melissa. If anybody comes down here, you have to tell me first, because I've still got magic missile ready, don't I, for if somebody walks down.
Yeah, I'll let it so that you've still got magic missile ready. Yeah.
So you have to tell me you're coming down. Or else you're gonna get shot.
Okay. Next up would be Trev in the order. He's going to make his way through. He's coming from outside. Probably about halfway there. Absolutely fine. Yeah, that's halfway there.
Trevor on the stairs.
Trevor in the kitchen. Next up is Riv.
So I'm chasing after Trevor. How far away from him am I?
So did you follow him through the same door he went in, or did you go through the main door hoping to cut him off?
Whatever's quicker.
Which one do you want to do? Are you chasing him in, or are you trying to cut him off?
I'm chasing him in.
Chasing him in, so you followed him in. So you're just behind him, we'll say about... yeah, so as you run into the building then, you sort of come in through the dining room, through like a side door that he jibbed in through, and you've just followed him, and you can just, as you come into the room, you see him just disappear out of the room into the kitchen at the same time. So
How
you know
far
that
away?
he's on that way. I'd say he's about 30 feet approximately, but he's gone through the door. As you've come in, he's gone through, so he is on the other side of the door.
Can I cast sleep?
Yeah, you can throw a sleep spell, yeah. Okay, you've cast sleep. That's all I'm going to tell you. You don't know whether it's worked until you get to the other side of the door to see if he's asleep on the other side of the door or not. But yes, you have cast sleep. That is as much as I can say.
So have I used all my action then?
Well, yeah, sleep is a casting, so
That's
yeah,
cool.
you have used your action. So yeah, but you're sort of where he's going. So I mean, if you want to warn
Yep,
Fuego that
have
Trev's
done.
on his way,
Already have done.
absolutely fine.
It's assumed.
Hailman, were you going to cut him off, or were you also following him?
I think because I was still stood in the doorway, the main entrance, I would have ran in that way to try and cut him off.
Right. Okay. Do me an athletics just to see if you manage to beat him to the.
Athletics.
If you put Hellman to sleep.
11. I have a -1 to my strength, so.
Okay. So yeah, he did roll faster than you, so he got there before you did. I don't think Hellman's HP is low enough for a 19 to have actually affected him on a sleep spell anyway. So he won't have fallen asleep in that.
No.
That's fine. So you don't manage to cut him off. You kind of get to on the right side behind the stairs. You're just on the other side of the door. You hear a door kind of go gunk, gunk, in the distance, like maybe just from off by the kitchen. So you're both just short of where he was. So he's a little bit ahead of you.
Yeah, and then I would like to just put my hand on my chest and just cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okie dokie. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Next up is Henrik. I mean, you're still currently fighting, I believe.
Oh, well, yeah.
3 thieves.
I will react then.
Yep.
Oh shit, that was a D12. Hang on. There we go. 4 plus 2 plus 4, so that's still not going to make a difference. That's 10.
No, unfortunately not, I'm afraid. Sorry.
And then that's all I can really do.
As a bonus action, do you want to try and get Toby to do anything?
Yeah, I want Toby to attack the 3 that's in front of us as well.
Let me just check Toby's attack stats. Give me 1 second.
Good.
Right, my laptop's being a dick, so let me just do it quickly on my phone.
Oh.
Right.
Sorry, but Callum's so young, this is the first time he's ever touched pussy.
And this one's a little arsehole.
Sorry.
I'm afraid abusing Callum doesn't gain you inspiration. Right, okay. So you want to ask Toby to get involved and start fighting, yeah?
I want Toby to go after Hellman. No. Yeah, I want him to get involved. I want him to attack the 3 guards that are in front of us.
Right, okay. He can attack one of them for you. Just do me a persuasion just to see if he agrees to do it.
Cool.
Because he is currently
19.
chowing down on dead guys. Well, 19. He's going to look up from chowing down on this dead guy. Like, oh, fine. And he's going to come across. And he's going to bite one of them.
Did they not get poison damage as well?
Well, if he hits them, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, will he bite or will he sting? Yeah, no, he's not in beast form. He's going to sting them. So it's a +5 to hit. I'm going to give him advantage just because I want to. There we go, crit. That'll be fine. It was a crit 1 followed by a crit 20, but I decided to give him advantage because he was invisible when he came across. So if otherwise he'd have been.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
I think what he said is that he's going to kill everybody else.
That's what I.
Oh no! I'm not gonna lie, this is not how I seen this night going.
No.
Definitely not. It's just I didn't even think of
Alright,
that.
He's loaded.
Oh.
Yay!
Hey.
Hey,
I need to make it back to the
But it
chopper.
interrupted everything. So that
I need your
was
boots, your clothes, and your motorcycle.
7 plus 8. So 15. They all need to make a. Oh, so they failed their save anyway. So I'll just call it 15 on the one that he attacked. So that was thieves there. Right, you're back down to just 2 guards left in your group now because
Yes.
Toby's managed to knock a couple of them out. He's managed to kill a couple of them, and then just immediately like, chowing down on the fresh blood.
I'm going to shout over to him, proud of you, buddy!
He's going to look up with blood just dripping from his and go, nom, 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 nom. Right, next up will be... We are back to the top of the order, so back to guards 3, thieves 3 fighting Jeff. Just the one of them left will hit for 3 plus 2, 5. So Big Jeff's taken another hit, but he's still doing all right. Is Big Jeff? He's really not in that bad of a shape. Next is those 2 left fighting you guys. So that's a miss and a miss.
There's only 3 thieves left.
Nothing. There's 2 fighting you guys and 1 fighting Jeff, and that's all that's left of the thieves.
Cool.
They've missed all of their attacks. So the first one hit, the other 2 missed. Next is Jeff, who is going to presumably make absolute mincemeat of these guys. Let me just check what I gave him. Yep. So
we really should have just let Jeff do all the work.
I mean, Jeff's taken out 5 by himself, but you know.
Yeah. I was going to fight this guy as well.
5, 9.
I'm hoping he's going to see what you guys have done though, and you'd have earned a bit of respect there after the way he spoke to you the first time round.
Yeah, Big Jeff has killed the group of 5 that he was fighting. Then he's going to use his movement to run into the other group that you guys are in. So he's going to come in and join you guys over there. Next is the group, the one remaining guard that is left with you guys, who is going to miss. So he's done absolutely nothing. And then we run back round to Baltair.
I'm just going to smash him with a long sword. I'm unimaginative. Plus 2, that is 11.
11 will not hit, I'm afraid.
I'm going to say that's me.
Okay. Next is Fuego.
Fuego.
It doesn't quite drop. Honestly, there were 7 points left on the counter.
Oh my god!
You rolled a 6, so it's just not quite clicked. You're almost there, but it's not quite clicked over. So you're not inside yet. Just do a perception as well for me. Okay, yeah, that's fine. You still just hear the sound of fighting going on. Anything else Fuego wants to do on his turn, or is he still busying himself away?
I'm gonna how far through the group chat thing? How far off are you, Riv?
Okay, and then I'll allow Riv to reply.
I'm not quite. I can't remember. I explain how far away I am.
Yeah, Riv explains how far away she is. That's fine. So does everybody else. Next up is Trev, who is going to...
I imagine just kill this last guy.
Yeah, make it through. He knows where the vault is because he used to live here as a child, so he's going to come bearing down the stairs. So you're going to get to do your magic missile. So if you want to roll the damage on the magic missile that you had ready to fire against anyone down the stairs, please, Fuego.
On Jeff?
No, on Trev.
Oh, right, sorry.
That makes more sense. So that's 4 points of damage per missile. So 4, 8, 12. So 12 points of damage. He's going to take the 12 points of damage. That's absolutely fine. He's going, you bastard. Yeah, whatever he's going to say. I've lost my cockney because I'm tired now. But he is then going to make an attack because he's made it far enough inside to be able to attack Fuego. What's your DC? Just AC, sorry, so I know whether I've hit you or not.
15.
15. Okay, so he's going to make a multi-attack. That'll hit, and that'll hit. So he's going to run down the stairs, and he's going to get close enough that he's going to come in, and he's going to draw his sword and just thwap, thwap, and just cross it across Fuego twice after getting blasted with a magic missile. And he's going to do 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
That's his turn. Next is Riv, who I assume is going to pursue after Trev.
Yep, I'm guessing the sleep didn't work then.
No, I'm afraid not.
Damn it.
Funnily enough, he has more than 19 HP.
So, yep, she's going to chase after him. Is she close enough to firebolt?
Yeah, I would say you would be able to get to the top of the stairs so you can firebolt down the stairs and hit him, yeah. That will miss, I'm afraid.
Oh, shit, this guy's big.
Next will be Hailman.
He's gonna to keep on trying to catch up with Riv.
Yeah, you'll be able to catch up to Riv and make it also to the top of the stairs, yeah.
And how far away down the stairs is he from us?
About 30 foot.
30 foot. So the only thing I can do is firebolt with an 18.
That will hit, yeah.
5 damage.
Okie dokie. Yep, that's absolutely fine.
And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to touch Aldeon and cast Dragon Breath. And then throw him against the wall because he's got a 20-foot climbing speed, so he's just going to slowly start making his way towards them.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, no problem at all. Next will be Henrik.
Henrik's gonna turn to Baltier and ask if he's got this as well, and I want to run down to the vault to assist.
Has Baltair got it by himself?
He does.
Yeah, absolutely fine. So just do an athletics to see how far you can make it.
Okay, that's a natural 1. Oh wait, no,
Okay.
1. Yeah, but I'll just deck it.
You're raged, so you have advantage on athletics. So roll that again.
That's a 15 plus.
Okay. Yeah,
Plus
fine. Yeah, you make it to again the same place Helman did, so just outside of the corridor that you need to be in. So you get almost all the way there, but not quite.
Okay. So I take it I'm out of movement.
Yeah, that'll be all of your movement. You've
Right.
used your movement to sort of dash your way there, because you've gone sort of far enough that you're almost there. So on your next turn, you'll be able to make it through the door and down the stairs and into the fight.
Right.
It's just if you'd have rolled dead shit, you'd have tripped up going through the door or something.
Right. In that case, I'm going to throw my javelin. Just going to run a javelin.
Into the door.
No, I thought I was.
No, you're behind the door. So like you're here,
okay,
the door in front, and then there through the door, round a corner, and down some stairs. So you can get to him on your next turn, but for now you can't. But what I am going to do is roll another attack for Toby outside, who is going to hit, and he's going to hit for. What dice was it for him? I think it was this one. That plus.
This is a little fun bonus thing. I'm just going to shout to Riven Haleman. I'm on my way, guys. I'm almost there.
Yeah, that's fine. Toby's going to hit for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 points of damage against that guy. So Toby's taken another chunk out of one of the thieves that's still alive outside as well on his turn. I've included him as well.
Yes.
After Henrik, we go to the one remaining guard, who will miss, probably because he's almost completely dead. Back to the thief. Oh, in fact, no. Toby managed to kill one of the thieves based on the HP count. So Toby managed to take one of the thieves out and is just like chowing down on him. So we got one thief left, who is also going to miss. Fly down to Jeff, who is going to hit twice for 6 and 5 and 11. Almost kill the last remaining thief. who's almost dead. Next is Baltair. You've got one thief left fighting you and Big Jeff and a half-dead guard.
Does changing my hand grip to a two-handed one use an action or bonus action?
Neither. You can two-hand a weapon instead of one-handed. It's just if you've got a shield equipped, you put your shield away, take 2 off your AC, and you go to two-handed instead.
I don't, so I'm going to use my two-handed. Take a big chunk out of it, hopefully. That is a 14.
14 will hit. 14 will hit.
Yes, that is a D10. That's a 10 plus 2, that's 12.
Okay, so, I mean, as it's the last thief now, just describe how he dies for us.
Yeah, boy.
So I just thrust my sword into his heart, and as he's dying, I get right close in, plunge it in even further, and I kick him down to get my sword out.
Fair enough. Okie dokie. I'd have done that, but because we had like 15 enemies, it would have taken ages to do it for every single one that died. So yeah, that's fine. So all the thieves are dead now. That was you. Do you want to use your movement to head back inside, or?
I would like to catch up to the rest of them.
Okay, yep, dives back inside. Next is Fuego, who is now currently fighting Trev.
Yep. Haleman and Riv are not right next to Trevor, are they?
No, they are behind him, about 30 feet up the stairs.
And I'd like to. I'll use my favoured by the gods on that because I've not used that one yet. Which adds. That's my character sheet.
Add a D4.
2d4, did you say?
2d4, I think, yeah.
Yeah, that's what Angela said earlier.
I'm just trying to get back to my character sheet. Favoured by the gods.
Just for the record, when I did Dragon Breath, I've chosen cold damage because I don't want to burn the Goldsmith house down. No.
Yeah, that's fine.
So it makes it a 14.
14 will miss, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
That's unlucky. 2 ones.
Yeah, potential 8, and you got literally the lowest possible.
But then it shatters, because it's an ice knife, it then shatters, and it's hit or miss, it shatters, and he has to succeed on blah, blah, blah. Dexterity save.
Okay, ice knife. Create a shard of ice, fling it at a creature within range. Range spell attack against the target. On a hit, target takes 1d10 pierce damage. Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. Target and each creature within 5 feet must succeed on a dex throw or take 2d6 cold damage. So it's what's the
okay.
Dex saving throw?
DC 12 dex saving throw. Okie dokie. So that is 9 plus 4. Yeah, unfortunately he passes that just. He got a 13. With a 9, but he has a plus 4, so he might just about managed to get it past it. So that's a pass on that. Anything else for Fuego? Any other bonus actions or?
Nope.
Okie dokie. So next is Trev, who is going to again take a multi-attack. He's going to lower the shield that he had in one arm and start two-handing the longsword that he had in his hands. So he starts swinging for a bit more damage now.
Yep.
He's going to be easier to hit, but he's going to hit you for a bit more damage. That's a hit. And that is 11 plus 5. That'll also hit. And that is a plus. So that's 16 points of slashing damage against Fuego.
Okie dokie.
Next is Riv.
Riv's going to shout at Trevor to put the sword down. He's surrounded.
Okay, yeah, just roll. Shouting in a persuadey way or an intimidating way?
Intimidation, as there's quite a lot of us around.
Okay, roll intimidation then for me.
Oh!
So he's going to roll against it plus his charisma.
Oh,
Beware the smiling DM.
no matter what Riv does.
Honestly, his charisma is +0, so he had to get a 20 on that. You couldn't script it, I swear to God. Now, I will allow for a bonus action. Anything else, that could have been a bonus action to try and convince him to stop, so you can attack him again if you want. Okay, yeah, so that'll sadly miss. Hailman, you're up next.
He's about 30 feet ahead of us, so can I send...
downstairs 30 feet, yeah.
Yeah, can I send Aldi on about 15 feet forward, so then when he uses Dragon Breath, it'll just miss Fuego?
Yeah, sure.
So I think that's a deck save.
What's the DC on it?
12.
12. Okie dokie. So it's half damage on a failed save.
Yes.
Well, that's a 11 plus 4, 15. So half damage. So roll the 3d6. So 5. Okie dokie.
And then
yep.
Hailmin will then again. He's gonna move closer. I think I've only got 25 foot of distance.
Yeah,
so I can't get close.
So you're not quite in melee range. You're like 10 foot away. Because you move 25. Yeah, so you'll be 5 foot plus 5.
Firebolt 12 to hit, so that'll probably miss.
That'll miss, yeah. So unfortunately.
But no, he's kind of running in, and he's going to be like, "Stop what you're doing!" But he's also going to get there to try and give him another target, just so he doesn't keep hitting Fuego.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm not going to make him check against a roll for that because you've already used your
Yeah.
So, well, he'll pay attention to the fact you've said that, someone else has joined the fray, but
it was just a talking action. It wasn't meant to do anything.
Yeah, I understand. Next up would be Henrik. So if Callum's still there, it's his go.
Yep. I'm going to run past Hillman.
So through the door, down the stairs. Yep.
Yep.
So I'll let you get into melee range. Yeah. So you can start fighting. Because you went. Wait, in fact, you didn't attack on your last turn or get attacked, so your rage does run out. So you'll need to reuse rage as a bonus action if you want to stay raged. Yeah.
Yep. So I'll reuse rage.
Yep. Fine.
And then I'm going to great axe him. That'll be a 19 plus 4 plus 2.
Well, that's either way. The 19 on its own would hit. Are you just attacking normal or reckless attack with advantage in case you get a crit? It's up to you.
I'll just take the normal because it's
take normal. That's fine. It'll still hit. Yeah. So roll the damage. D12 plus strength plus 2.
7 plus 4. So that's
11 plus 2. 13. That's fine. Yep. Not a problem.
And then I've done. No, that's me because I was going to say I can't really do much more.
Yeah, no problem. So that's absolutely fine. Next up would be Guards 2, who is a guard that's got 3 HP left, so he's just going to not bother. He's just going to lie there like, outside, feeling really, really sorry for himself. Next up would then be at the top, so it'd be Big Jeff. Big Jeff is going to use his action to dash in, and he's going to make it to the top of the stairs. So he's not quite close enough to be in the fight, but he is sort of come to join. That's Big Jeff. After Big Jeff, we go down to Baltair, who I assume is going to follow Big Jeff inside.
Pretty much. I'm going to try and use all my movement, which is 40 feet.
Yeah, just roll in athletics as well for me, just to see.
Oh, crit 20, not 20.
Right, I'll let you dash as a bonus action, so you can get as far as the top of the stairs as well. So you're close enough to use a ranged attack if you've got one.
That's fine. I'm going to use my hand crossbow.
Yep. Cat's falling asleep.
Yep. I imagine this is going to get resolved very soon.
5, yeah, that'll miss. Fuego is next.
I didn't mean to press that. Sorry, I didn't mean to press that one.
Okay.
Ignore that. I'm doing.
Oh, we've gone nearly an hour over.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'm only getting up in 6 hours, so.
I'm the same.
That's to heal yourself.
I'm getting up at 5 actually. 5 hours.
Yeah, I'm healing myself.
I'm old though. I need more sleep.
I'm going to try and use chromatic orb on him. 21.
Okay. Yeah, well that'll hit. Yeah. Which type of damage?
It's going to do. What the hell is it? I'll do acid damage.
Okie dokie. So roll the 3d8.
11.
11. Okie dokie. Next up would then be him. He's going to again take his attacks. That'll hit. And miss, so he's only hit you the once this time.
Who's he hit?
Fuego, because that's who
Right.
he's got to go in after. Because he's in the way of the vault, so he's trying to get him out of the way.
Cool.
So it's a d10 plus 5. 13 points of slashing damage against Fuego. And then we'd be round to Riv.
How is Trevor looking?
He's not looking well. He's looking quite unwell.
Can I just say, Fuego is down.
Oh, okay. So Fuego drops to the floor. Bear with me just 1 second.
What, are you out of HP?
Mm-hmm.
So as
Keep that thing away from me.
as Fuego drops to the floor, just add an automatic death save as Toby appears and starts chewing on your leg. So yeah, you're automatically at -1 to your death save. So you've got 2 fails will kill you. Just for the record, Henrik agreed that if anybody in the party gets downed, that Toby could eat them.
Fully aware of that.
I will resolve this. Apologies. I will resolve that.
Well, Riv's going to firebolt him again.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'll hit, yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah, he's looking, he's definitely not at his best. He's definitely looking quite unwell now. Henrik is up next.
Henrik is going to jump.
Is it not me after Riv?
Oh, yeah, sorry, no, Hailman next, sorry. Yeah, I misread my list, sorry.
Hailman is going to use Misty Step, and he's going to teleport 30 feet-ish in front of him to land by Fuego.
Yeah.
And Misty Step is a bonus action, so could then I use my action to kind of try and stabilize Fuego?
Yeah, just do a medicine check, I believe it is, for stabilizing, yeah. Anything above a 10.
We got a 5.
So yeah, Fuego unfortunately not stabilized. I'd have allowed you to have used your action to kick Toby off of him, but it's too late now. So yeah, that's unfortunately it. Henrik is up next though.
So I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run to the vault, and I'm gonna stand in front of the vault, and I'm gonna shove my axe in his face. I'm gonna say to him, "Lay down your arms. You're surrounded. There's more of us than you."
So you're running past him to get in front of him to turn around on him?
Yes. So you'll get an attack on me, yeah.
Yeah. Not enough, that's fine. He doesn't manage to stab you as you run past, that's fine. So given that he's quite wounded, I'll let you have advantage. So roll, I assume, intimidation with advantage. So roll it twice.
Yep. So that's an 18 and an 11, so 18. 18 plus something, but I can't seem to get up my...
I believe your charisma is a 0, so it wouldn't have added
18.
anything to that anyway. Unless you've got proficiency in intimidation, which I don't know whether you do or not. But we'll say that an 18 would be more than sufficient, I would think, now that he's quite so injured.
While I've got the axe in his face, I'm kind of like, as I'm looking at him, I'm kind of like shoving my boot to Toby. So Toby kicks off Angela's leg.
You can do one or the other. You can intimidate him or you can kick Toby off. You can't do both.
Intimidate. I'll need to finish the fight.
You're going to intimidate him. Right, that's absolutely fine. Whilst you're doing that, Toby's going to chomp down a bit harder, so add another death save fail.
That's
Fuego. Not dead yet. No, you've got one more potential fail.
I thought you said 2 fails and you were dead.
No, 2 more fails and you were dead.
Right, okay.
Yeah. It's 3 fails and you die. That if it was gonna kill you, I wouldn't have done that now. Just to add like a bit of pressing danger, an extra death fail for Fuego. But he's gonna put his hands up and be like, well, all right. I surrender. Oh, hang on, he was Cockney on it. All right. I surrender. I give in. And he's just gonna drop his sword and his shield and just like stand there with his hands up above his head.
I'm going to use minor conjuration to make shackles, and they're going to just attach to his wrists.
Yeah, that's fine. He's bound, and we'll end there.
Yes.
So we'll end there. So Fuego almost dead. The fight, being what it was, and you've now shackled the enemy. But it's 10 to 12. Cat's dead on her feet, and
What?
So we'll pause there and pick up whenever. I've been given permission to do Saturday, so if other people can do Saturday, we can do Saturday to carry it on.
Up for Saturday,
I'll have to check.
Yeah, everyone double check. Let me know tomorrow. If we can't do Saturday, we'll work it out for whenever. But if we can, I've been told I'm allowed to do Saturday, so Saturday is plausible. But yeah, there we go. So we'll end it there for now because it's a late one. I do apologise we ran over by quite so much.
My computer is about to shut down any second, so I am going to go now before my computer cuts out.
Okay,
Right.
night.
Night.
Okay.
Night.
Okay.
See ya.
Stop the record.